From San Angelo Stadium, San Angelo, Texas, Central High School Bobcats football 2025 is on the air, live and streaming for West Texas, the Lone Star State, and the world on Concho Sports Network. Tonight's broadcast is a production of Pixelcast Media, and Central Bobcats football is presented to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. It's a West Texas rivalry that goes all the way back to the 1930s. And tonight, it's back again on Homecoming Night 2025 as your Central Bobcats on a 3-game winning streak begin District 2-6A play against a familiar foe just up the road, the Legacy Rebels from Midland, Texas. It's the Central Bobcats against Midland Legacy, a West Texas slugfest, and you're about to see it for the 2-6A district opener coming up on Concho Sports Network. Welcome to the broadcast. We are under 10 minutes away from our scheduled 7:30 kickoff between the Bobcats and the Legacy Rebels. Game times have changed. It's 7:30 kickoffs for district this season as opposed to 7 o'clock. It's what we've gotten used to for the non-district games. But 7:30 now as we anticipate the opening of 2-6A play, the Little Southwest Conference, and we should have a good one for you tonight between the Central Bobcats and the Legacy Rebels. The forecast tonight, we'll see an overnight low in the 70s, partly cloudy. No rain in the forecast, anything like that. Wind at 8 miles per hour. It is 82 degrees here in the Pearl of the Concho. I'm Darren Prater. Welcome to the Bobcats pregame show. Shay Harris is, well, one of our producers. Wayne Heidenheimer's our producer tonight. They switched chairs along with the Concho Sports crew. Our pregame show brought to you by Zentex Remodeling Group. Remodel your bathroom in as little as one day with Zentex Remodeling Group at Zentex.com. I'm Darren Prater. Again, thanks for joining us. I am joined by Arlen Ponder. Well, it's a brand new season tonight, Mr. Ponder.
It sure is. Helps to push the button whenever we want to talk, right? Hey, yeah, it's a new season. This is a great rivalry that goes back, what did we figure out, since like 1931?
1931.
So, incredible rivalry. Everybody gets fired up. Unusual that there's not that many Lee fans here, but they are coming in 1-4. Not like they played some shabby teams, you know.
Right.
They played that Ruston team from Louisiana, and, Stephenville beat them. So that's something to talk about. But golly, can't wait for this game to get started. Gonna be interesting to see. Last year we almost came back. If we would have had probably another 5 minutes, it'd have been a tie ball game. So
that was the story of last year.
Yeah,
every game pretty much.
Pretty much. And Coach Clint Hartman even said, it's going to be a slugfest. So he said. He and Coach Mark Smith, think the same way, play the same way. So you're going to expect to see some of the same grit from both teams. But excited to get this one started.
District is finally here. The Bobcats are in the same situation they were in last season, which is a good situation. They were on a 3-game winning streak going into the district opener last season, and it's the same way this year. The only thing is the Bobcats have scored more points on their opponents and haven't been scored on by as many points from the opponents as last season. So improvement shown as the Bobcats in a turnover fest for the Cats started off 0-1 in a disappointing night in Abilene. Then they lost the home opener to Amarillo, but they turned it around. Trailing 28-17 in the third to Abilene Cooper, the Bobcats made their comeback and showed a lot of heart. And they beat Cooper for 2 years in a row, beat them at home to get their first win of the season. Then they went on a road trip. It's been a while since we've been here at San Angelo Stadium. They just whipped the dog out of Belton. I believe it was 49-14, then 48-6 over Waco. So 3 games, 2 of them road games, and very decisive wins on the road, which is just what the Bobcats needed. A 3-game winning streak heading in to this game, Coach Mark Smith said that the offensive and defensive line are very important tonight, not just not giving up big plays like they did in the first couple of weeks, but controlling the line of scrimmage. And the Bobcats have the size this season where they have been able to do that, and in decisive fashion the last couple of weeks. They did have a week off as well, and everybody's healthy. So 3-game winning streak, week off, healthy, going into a game that even though it's against a 1-4 team, it's against a 1-4 team we haven't beaten since 2018, Arlen. As the Bobcats come out on the field, they have their orange jerseys on with the white numerals and the white pants. Legacy Rebels about to come out here, and there they are, the maroon and white, carrying the American flag. One of West Texas' most storied football teams, the Midland Legacy Rebels, coming in with only one win. But look at who these guys have played. You talk about murderers row. They played some of the premier teams in the state of Texas.
Dude, they played number 2 Allen, lost to them 46-13. Number 5 Lake Travis, 59-13. Then they played number 3 Louisiana team, that Ruston team, 49-21, and they also played Euless Trinity, 28-16 is what that score was. So they come in. It's not like they played shabby teams. They played some great teams.
Yeah, they have. And if they hadn't played Abilene, I don't know how we could gauge how good they're going to be, because they did get beaten decisively by those teams. Was it just because those teams are really good, or has this team from Legacy slipped? Well, they beat a top 10 5A Abilene team that beat us pretty good in week 1. So that answers the question. This team is still very good. They can't beat the premier teams in 6A. They darn sure can beat top 10 5A teams, and they did that against Abilene High, something the Bobcats were unable to do. So that's the only head-to-head thing that you can look at to see how these two teams might match up. But Arlen, it's been a long time since the Bobcats have beaten these guys. Gosh, it's been 8 years.
Yeah, it is. And as you can see, Central won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half.
Captains for the Bobcats, Colton Hill, wearing number 12. He is a senior. Jacob Jackson is out there. Jimmy Edwards wearing number 18. And number 7, Mason Van Sickle. It's homecoming night, and guess who the homecoming king is? The Van Missile himself, Mason Van Sickle, who you'll see at linebacker here on the field shortly. So congratulations to him, and Addison Gentry, the homecoming queen for 2025.
Congratulations. And their captains were Nick Moore, number 2, number 7, Trey Jefferson, number 79, Dylan Romish, and number 99, Jason Williams.
As we get ready for kickoff, I want to thank Zentex Remodeling as we wrap up the Zentex pregame show. Remodel your bathroom as little as 1 day with Zentex Remodeling Group. Find them at zentex.com. Wind is about 8 miles an hour. It's 81 degrees under the lights of Friday night here in the Pearl of the Concho as the Little Southwest Conference is back. Legacy picked to win district by Dave Campbell's Texas Football, followed by Friendship Permian, who we'll see next week, Midland, Central, and Odessa at the bottom. But the Bobcats can do something about it tonight. This is the last year that Legacy will be Legacy before they go back to Lee, and if they win tonight, they'll be undefeated under the name Legacy against the Bobcats. It's Central.
Sure would be nice to send them home with a loss.
It's been a while, since 2018. Caleb Holbert will kick it off from right to left. The Shirts Landscape Company kickoff. It's the Rebels and the Bobcats, and the Little Southwest Conference is back, and the battle is on in the Pearl of the Concho tonight.
Oh, got a flag.
Crosses the 15 to the 20-yard line.
Flag comes in from Mr. Doyle. Will Doyle is our white hat tonight, and we will get caught up on all the rest of the officials.
Chris Walker made the stop.
Flag on the play.
Is it going to be a hold?
During the return,
Block in the back. Return team number 25.
Block in the back.
Half the distance. First down.
Half the distance to the goal, so they're going to set up in a deep territory. It's going to start at the 8-yard line.
Coach Clint Hartman and his Legacy Rebels
will start from their own 8-yard line.
to be the district champion. They've been the torchbearer for the district in the playoffs most of the last 10 years. They returned 7 on offense, 8 on defense. And this is a Luke's Cage first down for the Legacy Rebels. The quarterback is a junior, and Reyes is back to throw. Completes a short pass to the left side. Oh, did he drop it?
He dropped it. Incomplete.
So incomplete. That'll bring up second down and 10.
And I tell you, these Bobcats need to get a stop here, if nothing else, just to establish the whole thing of, hey, this is our stadium.
J.P. Reyes, 111 attempts. He has 857 yards and has completed 64 passes, intercepted 3 times this season.
Number 51.
That's Area 51.
Coming off the bottom of that pile.
Brian Sandoval. Postal Annex bringing you our instant replays tonight. Darren Prater, Arlen Ponder, and the Concho Sports crew.
Oh, my gosh.
On third down, the Rebels throw long on the near sideline, and Reyes completes the pass to number 5, Jermaine Laster. He is a senior wide receiver, and he is into Bobcat territory.
And that was a long pass.
So Luke's Cage first down, and they are hurrying, going as fast as they can. Right side, inside the Bobcat 30. He's dropped near the sideline, around the 27-yard line.
55-yard pass on that play.
Hayes Ham is the running back for these Legacy Rebels. On the ground, right up the front, right up the middle. Ham.
The second first down they've picked up on that drive. Long pass.
That's J.P. Reyes. He came in last season, his first start, he set a school record, I believe. He's done real well for the Legacy Rebels. Throwing for the end zone, reaches for it.
Incomplete. Oh, they're calling it a touchdown.
Did he have possession of it? Yes, he did.
They're calling it a touchdown.
That's an Alpha Paving touchdown. Here's Reyes. Has plenty of time to throw, and it's a one-on-one situation with Blaine Belcher, the defensive back. And that's a touchdown for Laster. He's the one that also caught the first down pass in Bobcat territory. Laster, 162 yards. He already has a touchdown reception this season. And the extra point from Verestagi, extra point is good with 10:36 to go, first quarter. Legacy Rebels didn't take them long to score. Reyes to Laster for the touchdown. Extra point makes it 7-0. We'll be back at San Angelo Stadium after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your.
Back at San Angelo Stadium, the Schertz Landscape Company kickoff from the Legacy Rebels to your Central Bobcats. And the Cats trail 7-0. The Rebels didn't take long to score. J.P. Reyes on the pass to Laster for the Alpha Paving touchdown. Extra point makes it 7-0. 10:28 to go in the first. To see if the Bobcats can answer Young Micah Smith, the junior quarterback, number 4, is out on the field with his Bobcat teammates, trailing 7-0. And let's bring Arlen Ponder back to the conversation. Arlen, one thing the Bobcats didn't need to do is fall behind early against this Midland Legacy team.
No, but you know what? I think these Cats, I think they like it. Oh, and look at this hole. Here he goes.
Left side, out of a tackle, down the sideline. Zay! And he is into Legacy territory. Zay Johnson. It's a Luke's Cage fighting Central Bobcats first down. Let's take a look. Postal Annex instant replay. You see Colton Hill going in motion. Xavion Johnson got out of a tackle around the 30 and down the sideline. Establishing the run is something Coach Smith wants to do. Of course, winning the line of scrimmage is very important if you want to beat this team. Here in the district opener, and it's another nice run for the Bobcats, and they're mixing it up. This time, it's Elijah Allen with the Luke's Cage, fighting Central Bobcat first down. 2 runs, 2 first downs.
That was a 39-yard run
for Xavion Johnson on the big one, and then Elijah Allen follows suit. Colton Hill has the most receiving yards. He is lined up slot right, number 12. A lot of targets for Micah to throw to, and I think we have a timeout.
Who took that timeout?
And look at Christian McAllister, number 55. He is fired up. Timeout on the field, and I'm not sure who took it.
Yeah, I don't know who took that one.
We'll go ahead and keep it here for now. Here in the first, the Bobcats look good. The defense making tackles. Coverage was good. Then a long pass to Laster and another long pass to the end zone to Laster from J.P. Reyes. Probably woke the Bobcats up and reminded them that they're playing a team that is very good, that is usually on top of the district or one of the top 2 teams atop the district, despite them losing those games to state powerhouses this season.
Hey, and that timeout was taken by Legacy at 9:35.
Legacy, they are back to Midland Lee.
Yep.
And we can call them that. That's what their name is. But officially this season it is Legacy, if you want to split hairs
Hey,
about the name.
And Allen picked up an 11-yard run to set up this first down.
Right after Zay Johnson's big run. We'll see if they can continue that. There's a short pass, and it's caught. Gavin Johnson, the junior, inside the 25-yard line and brought down at the 21.
Picks up 11 yards. Sorry, 7 yards.
Just think first downs. A very wise coach named W.T. Stapler once said that. Just think first downs. Don't get ahead of yourself. 3-man front for the Legacy Rebels. This is 2nd and 3 from the 21. Bobcats driving, trailing 7-0. Just under 9 minutes in the first. Micah Smith, the junior quarterback, gets out of the grasp of one defender, and he's close to the 15 before he goes out of bounds.
But not before he picks up another Luke's Cage fighting Bobcat first down.
Let's take a look on the Postal Annex instant replay. Well, he had a defender right in his face, and he was able to get away from him. That's going to be 1st and 10 on the 21 there. Well, no, that's not right. That's what I get for looking at the scoreboard on the right.
Yeah, don't look at the scoreboard.
Does this to me every time.
17 on the 17-yard line. Micah Smith with a 5-yard run on that.
Getting it done on the ground so far in short passes. And the 220-pound sophomore, Xavion Johnson, doesn't get much that time as he's strung along and brought down to the sideline.
Hey, and you know, Coach Hartman talked about this is our running backs are 3-headed monster. 3 different styles of running, 3 different body shapes. So great options that we have there at running back. And then if we have to, Micah just takes off and runs with it.
Plenty of receivers to throw to as well. Hill leads in yards. Jimmy Edwards next, but Gabriel Garcia has several touchdowns. Elijah Allen, and of course Gavin. Inside the Angelo MRI red zone with 7:35 to go in the first. Bobcats now facing a third down after a short game.
3rd down and 8 is what it looks like.
Kasner Stridling, the tight end, number 81, along with Judson Bright. Left tackle, Braden Suter. Right tackle, Israel Martinez. Ethan Boyd. And Christian McAllister, the guards.
Touchdown!
One-on-one into tight coverage, caught! Smith to Colton Hill. And the Alpha Paving touchdown gets the Bobcats within 1 with 7:04 to go in the first. It's Micah Smith to Colton Hill for the touchdown. And the Bobcats come right back. 3-game winning streak. This is the night to shine. They've got all the weapons in place to beat this team for the first time since 2018, for the first time ever under the name Legacy.
15-yard pass.
Caleb Holbert with the extra point. Smooth sailing, 7:04 to go. In the first quarter, it's light show time, and the Little Southwest Conference opener tied at 7 between the Bobcats and the Legacy Rebels. We'll be back after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Let's take a look at this touchdown. Micah Smith. Hill had to go up for it, too.
Double coverage.
The coverage was there. Wow. 7-7. We're back after this. Stick around.
Deep discounts and low prices on all 2025s in stock. 2026 vehicles are rolling in, and we're forced to start our 2025 year-end clearance event now. Get $12,000 off this new 2025 GMC Sierra. $12,000 off. Or save $5,000 off this new 2025 GMC Acadia. Deep discounts, low prices during our 2025 year-end clearance event. Only at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Back at San Angelo Stadium, Central Bobcats football is presented by First Community Federal Credit Union, along with our other fine sponsors. Darren Prater, Arlen Ponder, and the Concho Sports crew here at San Angelo Stadium. Homecoming 2025. And the Legacy Rebels are in town for the district opener. We are tied at 7. 7:04 left on the clock in the first quarter. A lot of football to be played here in the Pearl of the Concho. And the Schertz Landscape Company kickoff from the Bobcats, fielded inside the 5-yard line.
Oh my gosh.
And there's some speed. Holbert may be our last hope. Not even close. Down the sideline. And that is an Alpha Paving touchdown for the Rebels. Nick Moore, the senior. 94 yards,
94.
95, somewhere around that.
94, 95. Let's call it 95.
Let's go ahead and check out the instant replay. I've got to see this, man. Yeah, we'll just say 95. Nick Moore, usually a defensive back, found a lane, and Holbert was the last guy. Look at the speed on him. My goodness.
Just pulls away.
Nick Moore.
Kick is up, and it's good. It's 14-7.
Well, the Rebels scored quickly. The Bobcats came right back, mainly on the ground, but it was a touchdown pass from Smith to Colton Hill. Tied at 7, and then, Legacy does what good teams do. They come back with the 95-yard Nick Moore kickoff return. We'll be back at San Angelo Stadium after this. You're watching Central Bobcats Homecoming Night Football, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Back at San Angelo Stadium, there's a nice home crowd here for Homecoming 2025. And the Midland Legacy fans are showing up at least. They weren't, not very many of them when the game started, but they're trickling in here to San Angelo Stadium for the district opener, 2-6A, the Little Southwest Conference. Have a good one going so far. Both teams score on their opening possession to tie it at 7, and then Legacy runs a kickoff back 95 yards from Nick Moore, and they lead 14-7 here in the first. Gavin Johnson, he's already taken one to the house a few weeks ago against Waco. And Gavin will be stopped around the 33-yard line. But yeah, he ran back a kickoff against Waco a few weeks ago.
Looks like number 31, Tyler Day, got that stop. So they will set up at their own 37.
Micah Smith, the quarterback, he already has a touchdown pass tonight to Colton Hill. He has continued to improve week after week, and Hill has been his favorite target. Jimmy Edwards, another big target. Gabriel Garcia, Baby G, will make his presence known as well. Zay Johnson, the Z-Train, on the right side of the line, spins, tries to take it outside, and there's not much there. It'll be a gain of a yard.
I think I saw somewhere that Central is running the ball about 60% of the time. So they're going to rely on that ground game. Of course, you know, Coach Smith talks about he wants that bully ball.
He wants to establish the line of scrimmage. He says that's where games are won, and they've done that. They have size on the line of scrimmage on offense and defense as well. We'll go with 3 receivers. And Smith hands off right up the middle, 40 to the 45-yard line, about a yard shy of the first down. Make that 2 yards shy of the first down.
5:50 and counting in this first quarter.
Xavion Johnson on the first drive, what was it, 39 yards?
39 yards, first run. And we want to thank Ann Diamond, who's doing our stats for us tonight. She is a Central grad. Wayne Heidenheimer, a Central grad here on homecoming night.
A lot of folks here for the festivities, and we've learned in years past, you never know what could happen at San Angelo Stadium on homecoming. Zay Johnson to the 45. He's still going to be short of the first down, I think.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
And with that big offensive line, they surely can get a yard. Parker Havercroft snaps the ball. Ethan Boyd, Christian McAllister, the right guards.
Got quads to the
quads.
Yeah, look at that. Quads, that little diamond formation out there.
Christian McAllister, Oscar Herrera at left guard. Braden Sue,
oh my gosh,
left tackle. Israel Martinez on the right, and here we go. 30, 25. Jimmy Edwards. First down, Bobcats. Play it again. Caught it around the 48. Turned it upfield down the sideline. Wow. Jimmy Edwards on his first reception of the night.
21-yard pickup on that play.
Bobcats are having no problems moving the ball. You just can't allow a good team like this. You can't give them things like kickoff returns for touchdowns.
No, and you can bet that that'll be something that's addressed.
Oh my gosh. And it's intercepted. Nick Moore, the guy that ran the touchdown on the kickoff, just got an interception. Is it going to be that kind of night?
I don't know. Look at this here.
Yeah, keep an eye on number 21, Levi Martinez.
Yeah, he just steps in that passing lane, tips the ball, and it goes right to. Yeah.
Well, these kind of things happened in week 1 that resulted in about 21 points for Abilene. And I hope it's not that kind of night where the Bobcats play well, but they give up a kickoff return, interception, and things like that decide the contest. Grabbed a jersey and couldn't hang on to him, and here he goes. Van Sickle not going to have the wheels to run down Ellis, and he will score.
80 yards.
Goodness me. Caden Ellis busted a big one.
And he is wearing tonight 37.
In honor of his fallen teammate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so close. They almost had him, grabbed him by the jersey within the first 5 yards, couldn't hang on. And Way too fast for Troy Sabalos and Mason Van Sickle to run down. The homecoming Kings wasn't quite fast enough that time.
Kick is up, and it's good.
Saki with the Texas Farm Bureau Tom Green County extra point. 21-7. Bobcats have found these Rebels to be a little problematic. 4:14 to go in the first. We'll see if the Cats can answer after this at San Angelo Stadium. We'll be back shortly. You're watching Central Bobcats football, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Welcome back to San Angelo Stadium. You're watching Central Bobcats football here for Homecoming 2025 and the District 2-6A Little Southwest Conference opener, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Darren Prater, Arlen Ponder here on the call for the 2-6A opener. The Bobcats trail 21-7 with 4:12 to go in the first. The Schertz Landscape Company kickoff, 40-45. And close to midfield is Jesse Smith, the 5'8", 155-pound junior wide receiver with a great return for the Bobcats. Postal Annex instant replay.
They've got a player down
From the 15-yard line.
Brought it all the way back to the 47 of Legacy.
So a 32-yard return for Jesse Smith, the junior. Riley is standing by. Hi, Riley.
Hey, Riley.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Cool. I can't hear you, but this is the first time she's done this, and she's doing it.
I can't hear her. What's the atmosphere like down there, Riley?
It's incredible right now. There's just a mix of emotions going on the field. You can feel the crowd's anticipation, but excitement still, and hopeful that the Bobcats will win this game.
All right, thank you, Riley, on the sidelines for homecoming. That's good. Back to the game with 4:04 to go. Yeah, Riley, she's wanted to do this. We're giving her a little chance. I couldn't hear her very good.
Yeah, I could barely hear her, but we're working all that out. Hey, this
Not
is
her
her first time for not
Yeah.
for her. She's in my program. She's a pro sophomore at there at TLCA.
No kidding.
Yep.
We'll hear more from her down on the field here in just a bit. Micah Smith and the Bobcats trailing by 14. Midfield on the wide receiver screen to Jimmy Edwards, and he will have a first down. That's a Luke's Cage fighting Central Bobcats first down. Jimmy Edwards doing the honors this time. 21-7 in the district opener. Legacy Rebels, we were tied at 7. Nick Moore goes 95 yards on the Schertz Landscape Company kickoff return.
Hold on, we got a penalty.
Not so fast, my friend.
Yep.
It's an Olivas Restoration and Solar penalty.
Holding on Central.
Holding on the Bobcats.
Yep, holding on Central.
For the penalty.
So that puts us tied with Legacy penalty-wise.
Both teams scored on their opening possession. We were off to the races. It's the kickoff return for 95 yards for a touchdown. Put them up 14-7. Then they got another long play last time they had the ball.
And that's something that Coach Smith has talked about. We need to stop giving up the big play.
Micah Smith, three-step drop, looking, throwing to the sideline. It's incomplete. Too far away for the tight end, Kasner Stribling.
Well, and you may look down there and see this is the 1-4 Rebels. They are not 1-4 because they played terrible football. They played Euless Trinity. They played Lake Travis. They played Ruston, Louisiana, who's the number 3 team in Louisiana. And who else did they play?
Allen, yeah.
Yeah.
The Allen Eagles. And then they played Abilene. Team that beat us, they beat them. And that's a top 10 5A team, so don't be fooled by that record. They've seen it all, really.
They really have, and played different dimensional teams. It's not like they played, a team that's just running the ball or throwing the ball nonstop. They're playing teams that are.
Yeah, they're playing a lot of guys that are going to play D1 football.
Yeah, oh yeah,
bunch of positions.
Yep. Going to bring up 3rd and 9, 3:42 left in this first quarter.
Ball's at the 48. Here's Smith. They need to convert this. Rolling out to his left as they bear down on him. He's going to run. Smith, 45-40, takes the hit, and he's knocked out of bounds around the 40-yard line. Knocked out of bounds by Hector Barra, the linebacker.
They are going to be a yard short. It's going to be 4th and 1. Do we have the riverboat here?
Riverboat Gambler Smith. Mark Smith in his second year with the Bobcats. Much improvement last season. They came in the same way they came in to this one on a 3-game winning streak. They're going to go for it. 4th and 1. The junior Micah Smith hands it off. They'll get the first down and a few yards extra from Zay Johnson. And the Z-Train has a Luke's Cage fighting Central Bobcats first down.
Hey, let me give you some updates. Coahoma beat Grape Creek last night, 33-27. Sweetwater all over TLCA Eagles, 36-0. Cristobal 7-6 over the Colorado City Wolves. Miles down 13-0 over Albany, and the Wall Hawks 21-7 over Merkel.
The Badgers
there in Hawk Country.
Hawks undefeated. You watch them all season on Concho Sports. And he had to do a little dancing, but he found a hole to run through, and a nice gain for Darius Hewitt, the 180-pound junior running back this time.
Last week while we were off, I got to do a Wall Hawk football game.
Yeah, I did watch some of that.
It was fun to do. Tell you what, though, that team second half came out completely different ball club.
Maybe their year. You can see them on Concho Sports, just like your Bobcats and Chiefs. And the handoff, Darius Hewitt up the middle, then cuts to the right.
Picks up the first down. 2:26 left in the first quarter. 28 points, and we are in the first quarter.
Right.
Can you believe this?
Bobcats more methodical in the way they move the ball than Legacy has been, relying on big plays. Luke's Cage fighting Central Bobcats first down. Darius Hewitt in the backfield. Going to have Colton Hill slot left along with Jimmy Edwards on the left. Jimmy Edwards on the right. Stribbling in motion coming this way. Gabriel Garcia is to the near side. Widest receiver.
Hill.
Colton Hill. Look at the moves on Hill. And the senior is inside the 10. It's going to be a Luke's Cage fighting Central Bobcats first and goal. And Colton got up kicking. Somebody got him running hot.
Well, and look at this. I was going to mention they are selling out for the run. So this takes. They're going quick. They're quick on the ball.
Yes, sir. You got to run. You got to worry about 3 running backs, but look at all the receivers that are dangerous. Hill being the most dangerous after he has the catch.
Yeah, and they had sold out on the run completely. Left their folks out there all alone, and it was just bad coverage.
Stribling and Judson Bride in motion. They throw to Hill. Colton Hill. I believe that's touchdown number 8 on the season. Touchdown Bobcats. It's an Alpha Paving Bobcat touchdown. Micah Smith to Colton Hill, and number 12 puts the pigskin in the promised land again for the Bobcats. Boy, the moves. Hill is the most dangerous receiver we have once he catches the ball, especially in a little bit of space.
Well, and Coach Hartman even said that he's the most talented player on offense that we have.
Coach Clint Hartman also said you got to stay on these Bobcats. They'll come back and beat you like they almost did last season, but didn't get it done. Caleb Holbert with the extra point from Texas Farm Bureau, Tom Green County. It's good. Homecoming night 2025. It's 21-14 Legacy with 1:16 to go in the first. Light show time. Smith to Hill for the touchdown. We're back after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
This is where we live, a place where trucks are the backbone of our lifestyle, as essential as a roof over our head and clothes on our back. When having a truck is essential, you should drive a Tundra from Mitchell Toyota. A Toyota Tundra is a formidable combination of power, space, technology, safety, fuel efficiency, reliability, and value retention. Plus, it's a great-looking truck. Come see us at Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
Central Bobcats football is on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Micah Smith finds Colton Hill in the end zone for the touchdown. Caleb Holbert's extra point makes it 21-14. The Legacy Rebels still have a 7-point lead over your Bobcats. 1:16 to go here in the first. Schertz Landscape Company bringing you our kickoffs. Caleb Holbert. It's a short one, 25, picked up on the bounce and the return.
My gosh.
Big hit at the 36-yard line by the Bobcats on the return by Jabraylon Anders. Let's look at this.
Who hit him here?
Get the license plate.
Number 50?
That's a Cash Jastro.
Gabriel Velez, I think, number 56.
Okay, I was looking for 26. Gabriel Velez, 200 pounds. Whew. He put a pop on him.
He did. Here you go. That'll make sure that you don't bring it back next time.
Ball is at the 35. That'll make you think about it. It's a Luke's Cage first down for the Rebels here in the District 2-6A opener for 2025 and homecoming to boot. Bobcats stop him in his tracks on the left side after a short gain up to the 44. Well, a little longer than I thought it was.
Look at this. They get back up on it.
Big plays, and the receiver went down.
But the Bobcats just looked like they were not sure what was going on there.
Troy Sabalos there, you see number 5. He has an interception this season. He's one of the cornerbacks. Blaine Belcher has the other interception.
Oh, hold on. Wait, what?
What's going on?
Fix that ball. They just moved the ball up a yard. Okay, now it's right. They just moved the ball up a yard.
Good eye.
And then, luckily, the side judge caught it and went, wait a minute.
The others were just checking their grocery list, I guess.
I don't know what they were doing, but
menu.
officials timeout, Here we go. White Hat's going to give us a little explanation. Maybe not.
Still talking about it. Okay.
Whoa. That was almost too many men in the huddle.
Now that the ball's where it should be.
Lassiter ran out, and then he turned around and ran right back.
All they need is a yard, but that's been hard to do in the middle against this Bobcat defense, and I don't think they got it.
Are they gonna? They haven't signaled first down yet.
On 3rd and 1, let's look at the Postal Annex instant replay. I don't know, man. To the outside, yes. The middle, hard place to play the Bobcats.
You know what? They didn't even take. They went right back at it. So they got the first down.
I looked at the spot. I didn't think they would get it. But anywho, 20 seconds to go in the first. J.P. Reyes. J.P. incomplete in double coverage. Went over the receiver. Bryson Sanders, one of the defenders, along with Mason Van Sickle, the homecoming king.
And they are going to have to hurry and get on the ball, the Bobcats are, because this Rebel team is going fast.
Yes, they are. And they've seen so many good teams. They know all the tricks, and they're very poised going this fast. Intercepted, tipped tipped in the air and picked off. Jacob Jackson for the Bobcats.
And he is still going.
Jacob Jackson has the ball at the 35 of the Rebels. Reyes picked off. Jacob Jackson. Let's take a gander at this with 1 second to go in first.
Low snap.
All right, it was tipped.
Oh, look at he tipped it and caught it himself.
I think somebody got a hand on it at the line of
They
scrimmage.
may have. It looked like, though, he tipped it, picked himself up.
Bobcat crowd is fired up. Now, last season, it was their homecoming whenever we played the Rebels at Astound Broadband Stadium in Midland. Bobcats almost caught up to them and beat them, but ended up losing 42-36.
Yeah, and you and I made our comment that game, if we'd had about 5 more minutes, hold on, going to be a timeout.
Well, no, it's
Legacy.
There's 1 second left on the clock for the first quarter, so Legacy calls a timeout.
They look like they were a little out of whack too. So, but you and I talked about we only needed another time, a little bit more, probably 5 minutes, and we'd have won that game.
If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a great Christmas. Let's go to sideline and talk to Riley down on the sideline. Hi,
Hello. Jacob Jackson just bobbled the ball, but he secured it well. With him doing that, now we are back in the run, and we can hopefully get this touchdown.
All right, thank you, Riley. But anyway, she's doing a great job.
She is.
The bugs worked out.
Look at this little pre-snap motion. A lot of pre-snap motion.
They pitch to the near side. This is Jimmy Edwards that got it on the pitch, and he goes out of bounds close to the 31-yard line.
7 yards.
That's the end of the first.
Golly.
Postal Annex instant replay. That was the longest second I've ever experienced. Yeah, the sweep to Jimmy Edwards.
Longest 12 minutes.
Nice block, too. Okay, that's the end of the first. After one in the 2-6A opener, 21-14, Legacy leads it. We're back after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
Deep discounts and low prices on all 2025s in stock. 2026 vehicles are rolling in. We're forced to start our 2025 year-end clearance event now. Get this 2025 GMC Terrain. You could pay only $29,999. Or this 2025 Buick Envista. You could pay $21,999. Deep discounts and low prices during our 2025 year-end clearance event. Only at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Welcome back to San Angelo Stadium. It's homecoming night 2025. Who could forget the Hail Mary from Tyler Hill to Ben Emler on homecoming 2022? No time left. Bobcats defeated Wiley. Here we are, years down the road. You never know what could happen at San Angelo Stadium on homecoming night.
Nope, cannot.
We start the second quarter. Bobcats down 21-14 in the 2-6A opener against the Rebels. Micah Smith turning on the Jets, and he is into the Angelo MRI red zone.
And he is out at the 15-yard line. That was gonna be a pickup of 14 on the play. Nice little scamper. Look at him, takes off, pocket collapses, nobody out there. He just says, okay, I'll take off. And he signals the first down.
I believe that was Will Rule, one of the linemen that dove for him and was unable to get him. He doesn't take unnecessary chances.
The receiver is plugged into the
Micah Smith hands it off on a Luke's Cage first down, and this is just turn your back and don't skip leg day, and that's why. Just pushing as many men as he can, Xavion Johnson.
The Z train just lowers his shoulder and goes.
I want to say hi to my friend Bob James, old radio compadre, my brother from Brownwood, the grandfather of Colton Hill, who's already caught a touchdown pass tonight and just turned 18, by the way.
Pickup of 1.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 6 on the carry there from the Z train.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7, 10:55 and counting in the second quarter.
I don't know who's going to. Are you going to throw your laptop before I throw my phone tonight? It's one of those nights.
I think it's one of those nights, man. This
electronics.
This thing is killing me here.
Johnson in motion. Smith right up the middle. Micah Smith and the junior crosses the goal line for the touchdown. Micah Smith, Alpha Paving touchdown. And the Bobcats are within 1 point of tying this game up with 10:37 to go in the first. Micah Smith using his legs for the score.
You know, and it looked like he was a little tentative at the beginning of the game, wanting to run, but now he looks like, hey, okay, I got some wheels, I'll take off.
He's sneaky. We haven't seen fancy moves from him, but he doesn't need them. He knows the lanes to run through. He knows when he has enough room. He will hold here off of Brian Sandoval's snap. And Caleb Holbert just tied the game with the extra point. Brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau, Tom Green County. We're tied at 21. Homecoming district opener with 10:37 to go in the first. Light show. We're back at San Angelo Stadium right after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
See friendship being
Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services for all your photo and video needs. Call 325-245-9663. Oh, and we also do sports. Call today.
Welcome back to San Angelo Stadium. Tied at 21 on homecoming night, the District 2-6A opener between the Bobcats and the Legacy Rebels. Shirts Landscape Company kickoff from Caleb Holbert returned for a short one to the 31-yard line, returned by Hayes Ham, the junior running back for the Rebels. Micah Smith on the quarterback keeper, beautifully designed right up the middle. Big hole to run through, gets the touchdown. Caleb Holbert ties the game with the extra point. 10.5 to go in the half. I would hate for this to be a game the Bobcats fell because they allowed punts and kickoffs returned for touchdowns, or they turned the ball over too much, or things like that they didn't make the other team necessarily work too hard for. That would be a shame. They've already had to dig themselves out of a hole.
Hold.
But they did it.
Yep, they got him. Okay, good.
Okay, go ahead and wind yourself a bit, sir.
Wind yourself there. You're good. There's a flag back here. It's going to be a hold on Legacy. White hat.
Were the Bobcats missing tackles just to play along so his hopes would be up?
You know what? Ray Charles could have seen that was a hold.
Holding. Offense,
there you go.
number 66.
Yep. Number
10-yard
66,
penalty.
yep.
Still first down.
So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty on it. Still going to be first down. Bring up first and 20, 10-17 left.
All right. Homecoming night. Mason Van Sickle's on the field. He is also the homecoming king for 2025. I can't believe we've done these so many times.
And do you want to tell, you're going to get to interview him after the game.
Our Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Yep, sure is. So he's going to, heck of a night for him.
Yeah, a win would make it even better. Had to reach for it. Oh, a missed tackle. And now violently swung to the ground by Chris Walker, the junior.
Nice
linebacker.
little pickup, but just a number of missed tackles.
Walker wearing number 32. J.P. Reyes throwing right. Another missed tackle, and they'll get him near the sideline. That's number 0, Mackenzie Rogers, the senior.
Number 28, Michael Duran had the bead on him, just couldn't get him down.
Yeah, that first contact, we're not stopping him.
Oh, my gosh.
He got hit. He'll still get a few yards out of it, but they definitely made him earn it. Again, that is Mackenzie Rogers.
Look at this. Just guessed just right. Van Sickle. Look at him holding on, number 32.
Yeah, that's Chris Walker again. Walker lined up on the right middle of the linebackers next to Van Sickle. Again, a missed tackle, and he goes over one of the Bobcats. Did he do a flip? Ball's on the ground. Did he do a flip? Bryson Sanders grabs the ball.
Yep, they said the ground caused the fumble, so.
Well, like we were just discussing, had him, the first guy couldn't stop.
Yeah, and that was Noah Rogers, and he was just slapping himself in the helmet. You could see.
9:05 to go in the half, tied at 21 on a Luke's Cage first down. They'll just get a few yards as they keep it on the ground to Zahi Ozeda.
And Michael Duran and the missile both in on that. Oh, they're coming with a blitz.
And it hits the turf. Incomplete. Cabo de la Garza on the coverage for the Bobcats.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 7, 8:43 left in the second quarter.
Now this is where the Bobcats need to be extra careful. 3rd and 7, you got them stopped. Going to be a long field goal if they try it, but don't allow a big play right here. That has been a problem. Don't let them score on this 3rd down.
Well, and they're giving up a lot of ground on the.
Reyes throws again, and they get past the first guy again. And he will score. Alpha Paving touchdown to put the Lee Legacy Rebels back on top of this football game. Jason Williams.
Wearing number 37.
Excuse me, that's not Jason Williams. That's the person wearing the special jersey tonight.
That would be Caden Ellis.
Caden Ellis with the touchdown.
He normally wears number 1. And if you don't know, we'll tell you a little bit about the 37. 37 was actually a player back in, hang on, I got to grab my notes here. Back in 2012, Jacob Lee Powers, he was killed in a car accident on July 3rd. He wore number 37, and because he was such an influence to the team and to the school, the family decided, yeah, we're going to go ahead and keep that number alive. So Lee retired Lee at that time retired the jersey, and now one kid every week gets to wear the jersey. So it's a huge honor to get to wear the jersey.
Absolutely, and Caden Ellis has done that jersey proud, and his teammate in his honor. Touchdown, and it is 28-21 with the extra point. With the extra point coming up. But anyway, Caden Ellis in memory of Jacob Powers, so that's a good thing. Number 37. Is Riley available on the sideline? Hello, Riley.
Yes, sir. The Rebels were able to move their way down the field throughout the first part of this quarter, ultimately leading them to get that touchdown. The Bobcats, you can feel the nerves now, but we know that they'll get back.
All right. Thank you, Riley. We appreciate it. Yeah. Ellis getting the job done. Reyes overthrew a few guys, but he's quite an athlete from the very start when they first put him in. I believe last season he set some records. And his Rebels have the lead, 28-21. Your kickoff brought to you by Shirts Landscape Company. And here it is from Jesse Smith. And
there's a flag that came in from about Miles, I think.
Olivas Restoration and Solar penalty.
Actually, there's 2 on the play, so we'll see if they're the same. We have a Lee Rebel down also. Legacy Rebel, sorry.
Well, if you want to split hairs,
yeah,
we'll get petty.
During the return, block in the back, number 20 of the return team. 10-yard penalty. It'll still be first down.
So
officials
block in the back.
Officials timeout. Thank you, Mr. Doyle.
8:23 on the clock here in the second quarter. 28-21. Rebels lead this. The Bobcats tied it up on a Micah Smith quarterback keeper and a Holbert extra point. Then the Rebels march down and score. But they were ahead 28-7. The Bobcats caught up. Wow. So they were 21-7.
You're looking at some of these mums going past here.
There's some huge ones. You have to take out a second mortgage.
Yeah, pretty much. And get a crane to carry it around your neck.
Did you buy your wife a mom tonight? Y'all didn't really go to Central, but
I'm not. You know what? She would rather have a Lakeview mom. You forget she's out there. She's a Lincoln warrior there.
Okay, gotcha. But they get bigger every year. You know, I would buy somebody a mom at my age. Like if I had a date come to the game. I mean, I would.
Yep.
I would buy a big one, a Cadillac one. Mercedes-Benz mom.
And I think that was number 42, Kelton Anderson, that they were helping off the field, but don't hold me to that. That's what the number looked like.
Bobcats have had a few dings, but they, after the rest week, the 2-week road trip, they are healthy, in great position to win this game against a team that was predicted to win 2-6A, and they may still do it. Trailing by 7.
Got some pre-snap motion going on.
From the 16, a Luke's Cage first down.
Look at this.
Throws on the run. Up the sideline he goes. 40, 35, 20, 15, 10, 5. Alpha Paving touchdown. Number 12 does it again. Colton Hill, he just turned 18 yesterday. But who needs a driver's license when you can move like that?
Golly, great vision by Hill and great vision by Smith to see he had laid down right in between the 2 defenders. One of them had fallen down, and he's off to the races. 84 yards for a touchdown.
And then he almost slipped and fell in the high jump area.
809.
Poor Colton. Injury problems last season, didn't get to play but a few games, and boy, he's really lit it up.
Oh, what are we doing here?
Gonna go for 2. Hey, Xavion Johnson is on the right. They're gonna call it.
Who called that timeout? Central called that timeout.
Okay, we'll take a quick. They didn't put the.
Oh, they're saying he didn't make it into the end zone. What? Robbery.
Well, dadgum. Nobody said anything.
Yeah, nobody said anything.
I kept going.
By the way,
there was a touchdown.
By the way, he's out at the 2 in case you didn't know.
Nobody said a thing, so I just kept going like it was a touchdown.
Well, so that was 82-yard scamper. How's that catch and scamper?
Riley, was that?
Yeah.
Hey, Riley, you're supposed to tell. No, it's not her fault. I didn't hear her anyway.
Well, she's at the other end zones.
Oh.
Yeah. So. No, it was at the 2-meter. I think even the Midland radio guys are over here going, what?
Yeah. Because you would expect 5 people up there in the press box. Somebody
got them to jump off sides. So that is going to move it half the distance to the goal. So it'll be at the 1-yard line, unless they say that we enticed them over.
So bring you up to speed. We thought Colton Hill had scored. He went out at the 2, they say.
And I love Judson Bright, number 88, down there motion, and I used to tell my players, say that it's on them. Say that it's on them.
You can manifest it.
Yep, say that it's on them. Here we go. What's Whitehead going to say?
False start. 75.
Against the Buck.
Number 75.
First down.
That's going to be against Ethan Boyd. Well, his foot is like a size 17. He could clear the end zone. Sorry to put you on blast.
Right guard there.
First and goal from the 7.
It's going to bring up first and goal from the 7.
Zay Johnson is to the right of Micah Smith. Stribling and Bright come in motion to the near side. Hill is on the right. Johnson going to just dive ahead, and he won't even get to the 5. And somebody's hopping. That's Ethan Boyd. He's limping around. And he has that knee brace on, too. He is in some distress right now. I think it's that knee. 7:45, the clock is running. 28-21. Rebels lead this 2-6A district opener. Bobcats appeared to have scored from Colton Hill. They did not. Now, thanks to a penalty.
Oh, no, it's not.
Smith, did he fool him? Yeah. Inside the 5 to the 3 is Micah Smith on the keeper. .7:22 on the clock. Inside the Angelo MRI red zone, and it will be 3rd down.
And Ethan Boyd, who got called for that penalty, just came hopping off the field.
Yeah, he was in some distress.
Hold on. There's a penalty.
Whitehead.
Defense number 25. Half the distance.
That's on the
automatic
defense.
first down.
Oh, unsportsmanlike. So that's
first and goal.
That's on Weldon Cook, the senior defensive back.
Yep. So it's a first and goal from the 2. 7:22 left in this.
It's taken us, 5 plays to cover 2 yards?
Yeah, well, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards.
Stay the course. Johnson standing to the left of Smith is Jesse Smith, all alone in motion. There's a flag down, so I'm not going to say touchdown.
No, well, hey. Here we go.
I've already got made a boob out of the first time.
Yeah, I think they're going to get illegal formation. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, Edwards was all alone.
They can get a pick. What's it going to be here?
Illegal formation. 5 men in the backfield. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And Colton's saying, what's going on here? And Coach Smith, I think, would like an explanation.
Something with the backfield, the illegal formation.
Geez, we go down to the 2, then we go to the 1. We think we got a touchdown, then we back up, then we go down to the 2, then we go down to the 1.
And the saga continues.
So it's going to be 1st and 6 from the 6.
Inside the Angelo MRI red zone with Hill and Edwards on the left side.
Up, and here comes another flag.
Smith is not happy. He is running hot.
False start. Offense number 88. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Bright with the false start.
Judson Bright, the tight end.
Yeah. So what were we saying? We were down to the 2. Now we're back to the 11. So it's going to be 1st and 11.
Yeah, like I said, the story continues. Part 3.
I tell you.
Luke's Cage first down, 7:03 to go in the half, 28-21. Bobcats trying to tie this thing up in the district opener for 2-6A. Pressure coming, flushed out of the pocket, finds a lane to run through, now throws, and he'll just chunk it out the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Micah takes a wallop. No flags, and he is not happy.
Yeah, he's running hot.
His dad doesn't look like he's too happy either. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11, 6:54.
Jimmy Edwards is number 18. You saw him right there. He's on the right. Wide to the left, Gabriel Garcia, followed by Colton Hill. And the tight end, Kazner Stribling, who comes to this side.
Play clock's down to 3.
And Smith is just beside himself. The junior going to talk to Dad for a second.
Midland lead.
But his legacy called the timeout, though. They're having a little discussion, father and son. Neither one of them very happy, I don't think.
Oh, and I said that we took the timeout. No.
Legacy did.
Legacy took it. Or as the official said, Lee.
It's Lee. They changed it back, but Legacy for the season. I don't know.
Hey, let's just call it
Legacy.
Let's just call him Legacy. There you go.
Man.
And I think the reason why Smith was upset, Micah was upset, he saw something. You know, we couldn't see it, but he saw something, and he wanted that snap to happen.
Yeah, it's 2 plays in a row. The first time we've seen him just obviously race car in the Reds.
Hey, while we've got a chance, let's give some updated scores here. Let's see, 36-0. Hold on. Back up.
Smith has the snap. On second down, throws, end zone. No, doesn't make it to the end zone. Incomplete. Third down. All right, sir.
Is there a flag on the play?
Of course.
Yep. Another flag on the play. No, there's not.
That's what one of my guys said too.
Jeez. Well, good. Not a flag.
Continue with your scores, sir.
So 50-0 halftime. Sweetwater Mustangs over the TLCA Eagles. They're in Christoval just starting the third quarter. They're playing baseball 7-6. Christoval still over the Wolves. Miles 0, Albany 20.
Smith has time to throw. End zone in tight coverage. Got it! That's an Alpha Paving touchdown for the Bobcats. Took them a while, but they got their touchdown. Here's the instant replay. Smith, plenty of protection from the big boys right over the goal line. And that is a touchdown for the Bobcats. Smith will hold as Holbert can tie it up with this one. Ooh, they almost got in there on him, but he gets it off just in time to tie it. District opener, homecoming night. What an atmosphere and a light show. We are now tied at 28, 6:40 to go in the second. We'll be back at San Angelo Stadium after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Back at San Angelo Stadium, homecoming 2025, and we are tied at 28 apiece between your Central Bobcats and the Lee Rebels, Legacy Rebels, whatever you want to call them tonight. They're our opponents, and this is the 2-6A opener in front of the homecoming crowd. Jimmy Edwards on the pass reception from Micah Smith for the touchdown. Holbert ties it up at 28.
And he bobbled it and finally had to just fall on it, number 26.
Hayes Ham, the running back.
When, you're talking about 28, let me give you some 28s here. Wall Hawks 28-7 over Merkel starting the third quarter. Lakeview Chiefs 28-14 halftime there in Brownfield.
What was that score again? I'm sorry.
28-7 Wall over Merkel, and 28-14 Chiefs over Brownfield.
Okay.
I don't know how much of this is true. Oh, okay, they must have forfeited. Junction and Center Point. Junction won 2-0.
Huh. Hayes Ham on the carry there for the Legacy Rebels.
Toller Rattlers 14, Early Longhorns 21.
Throw caught and hit immediately by Michael Duran. But he did catch the ball, immediately brought down by Duran. It's Jason Williams.
Halftime in Midland. Friendship 14, Midland Bulldogs 10.
In District 2 6A.
And are we going to pick up another penalty on Legacy?
I think so. Well, I don't know. It may be on us, maybe encroaching.
False start.
False
start. Number 37. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
We're going to let them get on some of the penalty fun. And leave us restoration penalty.
Yep. And the Battle of Odessa with 2:49 left in the second quarter. Permian up 21-7 over the Broncos.
Somebody will be in first place. Half the teams will be in first place after this game. Half the teams will be in last place.
That's funny because that's what Coach Hartman said in his article in the paper.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that's what I was thinking about. Oh, they throw a little bubble screen and goes for some big yardage, 30 to the 35-yard line. That'll be a Luke's Cage first down for the Rebels. Ham right side, and a whole cast of Bobcats there to meet him before he gets the first down. Second and 10, 5:23 and counting to go here in the second quarter. Tied at 28. He got hit pretty hard that time.
And he is going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Be about a yard shy.
They're going to give him a yard.
Third down.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Jermaine Laster is number 5, who caught the first touchdown pass and the big pass that got him a first down on their way.
And here we go with another penalty. And I think this is going to be, encroachment on Central. But there were a bunch of, nope, it's going to be on Legacy. Looks like they're backing up. We'll just call them the Rebels.
Yeah. Again, as Legacy, we have not beat them when they have officially had that name.
Offsides with contact.
Yep.
Defense number 51. 5-yard penalty.
Area 51.
First down.
On Brian Sandoval.
Yep. With contact is what they said.
Under 5 minutes to go and counting. 28-28. It's a Luke's Cage, 1st and 10, still on their own 49. Throwing left and caught. He'll get a few yards after the catch to the 42-yard line. Jabraylon Anders, just a sophomore on the reception.
He's going to be a yard short, and they're going to get up there and go quick again.
Very fast pace. They give it to Ham. Ham
falls forward for the first down.
Moves the sticks. But they made him work for it, though.
They're making them all work for it.
The Rebels have a 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown tonight. They also have intercepted the ball, so have the Bobcat. Left side is Ham, close to the 30-yard line. He's out of bounds, run out by Tucker Beatty, the junior, number 27.
Going to be a 2nd and 1.
So on 2nd down, Reyes end zone, reaches for it, touchdown.
Hold on, don't celebrate just yet.
That's Ellis. Uh-oh.
Is it a touchdown? Okay, yeah, it's a touchdown.
It's an Alpha Paving touchdown. Rest easy, number 37. The man wearing your number just scored his 2nd touchdown of the night. That's Caden Ellis, the senior, and he just put the Rebels back in the lead. The extra point is up on the way, and Verestegen is good. Perfect today. 35-28 with 4:09 to go in the second. We'll be back after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Deep discounts and low prices on all 2025s in stock. 2026 vehicles are rolling in, and we're forced to start our 2025 year-end clearance event now. Get $12,000 off this new 2025 GMC Sierra. $12,000 off. Or save $5,000 off this new 2025 GMC Acadia. Deep discounts, low prices during our 2025 year-end clearance event. Only at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we can.
Back at San Angelo Stadium, you're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network. Darren Prater, Arlen Ponder, and the Concho Sports crew welcome you back to San Angelo Stadium. Our broadcast presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Kickoffs from Schertz Landscape Company. And here's the return for the Bobcats from Jesse Smith, who's done a good job with returns tonight, but he is driven backwards at the 20-yard line in the Schertz Landscape Company kickoff on the return. So not a lot there for Smith as the Bobcats set up near the 20, trailing 35-28 to the Rebels of Lee Legacy.
And if you're just joining us, Lee got on the board in the first quarter at 10:36 with I missed how far it was. It wasn't that far, but then Central got on the board 7:04, 15-yard touchdown pass from Smith to Hill, and then on the opposing kickoff, 6:53, Lee brought it all the way back 95 yards for a touchdown. And then Lee got another one, number 4 to number 37, which is actually number 1 tonight.
Yeah.
Normally.
Caden Ellis. Who just scored their last touchdown.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth.
We thought Colton Hill scored his second, and they said he was out at the 2, and like an hour later, the Bobcats did score. Smith to Jimmy Edwards.
As they say in SpongeBob, 4 hours later, we finally got 2 yards.
Hours later.
had a illegal motion penalty, had a roughing penalty, or an unsportsmanlike, had a illegal motion, an illegal motion. False start.
Clock at 3:20. Bobcats with 2nd and 6, trailing by 7 in the district opener to the 26-yard line. Not much there.
Bobcats will get the opening second half kickoff. They won the toss, deferred to the second half.
Coach Smith said line of scrimmage play is the most important thing now that district has started. Comes down to that. 175 individual battles throughout the course of the game, he said.
How many?
175.
175, huh?
He probably sat and wrote all that down.
You know what? He's such a meticulous planner. I bet he did.
Of course, Clint Hartman, a wily veteran as well, on the other sideline. Running the sweep. The Bobcats give it to Colton Hill.
And Hill picks up the first down.
Luke's Cage fighting Central Bobcats first down.
Almost got. He just lowers his head. And
Postal Annex bringing you our instant replays tonight. Thanks to them and all of our sponsors. 2:15 and counting. As Smith looks to the sideline, Elijah Allen, the 5'10", 160-pound senior, is in at running back.
Play clock is down to 6, 5, 4. And this is the 2-minute rest and relaxation time.
The 2-minute timeout.
The 2-minute reflection period. I will go down into the reflecting pool. So that's the new extra timeout we get. 35-28. is the score. The Rebels of Lee High School lead your Bobcats, but a lot of football still to be played. Here in the second, 35-28. Rebels lead it. We're back at San Angelo Stadium after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
This is where we live, a place where trucks are the backbone of our lifestyle, as essential as a roof over our head and clothes on our back. When having a truck is essential, you should drive a Tundra from Mitchell Toyota. A Toyota Tundra is a formidable combination of power, space, technology, safety, fuel efficiency, reliability, and value retention. Plus, it's a great-looking truck. Come see us at Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
San Angelo.
Welcome back to San Angelo Stadium. Darren Prater, Arlen Ponder, the Concho Sports crew here with you for Homecoming Night 2025. Bobcat football is live and presented to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. It's a Luke's Cage first down in the 2-minute timeout that was just added this season. The Bobcats' first play after that is incomplete on the short throw from Micah Smith to Elijah Allen.
And that was probably good because he didn't really have anywhere to go with that.
Bobcat fans would let you know if you're in the market for a new car or truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road and Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. Bobcats, second down and 10. Incomplete. Stribling was the target that time. On the coverage for the Lee Rebels, Harlem Brown, who is a senior.
Yeah, he was, look at this, just trying, he was there, just kind of got twisted up. He expected it to be on the outside shoulder, it was on the inside shoulder.
And he likes to throw a little high at his dribbling. He knows he can go up and get it, but couldn't snatch it that time. And a big third down with 1:52 to go in the half. Micah Smith, the junior.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Finding room, and down the sideline he goes. Who needs the 12th man when you have number 12, like his father, his brothers before him? That's a Luke's Cage first down from Colton Hill on the pass from Smith. Let's take a look. They have Gabriel Garcia in motion. I thought that was who they were going to throw to. Just dumps it off to Hill in the middle. You know, I spoke to him earlier this week, and he was very confident about this game.
59-yard reception there by Hill.
Already has a touchdown. We thought he had another tonight. I believe he had 7 coming into the game.
He has 2 already on the night.
Yeah.
So he
there was one that wasn't. Yeah.
Yep.
Smith hands it off to Elijah Allen. Allen inside the 5, down at the 3. Just turned his back and used his legs. One of the Rebels is getting up slowly, and good sportsmanship. Ethan Boyd calls their trainers over. Clock at 1:17. Bobcats in the Angelo MRI red zone. These seniors, this is their last chance to beat this rival from District 2-6A, the Little Southwest Conference. 35-28, 57 seconds and counting in the half. Smith on second down, hands off Allen, who reaches over the goal line.
Touchdown.
For an Alpha Paving Bobcat touchdown. Number 21, Xavion Johnson, the sophomore, for the touchdown. I thought they kept Allen in.
The Z-Train.
But it's the Z-Train. Zay Johnson with the touchdown. The Bobcats are back within a point as Holbert comes out on the field.
Was that a 3 or a 2-yard run?
I believe that was a 3. With under a minute to go, the extra point hold from Micah Smith. Area 51, Brian Sandoval to snap it. Hold is down, and Holbert, perfect on the evening. Good. What a game. It's a shootout at San Angelo Stadium. Time for a light show here in the District 2-6A opener. We are tied at 35. Back after this, you're watching the Central Bobcats on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
Welcome back to San Angelo Stadium, tied at 35 apiece in the Little Southwest Conference 2-6A district opener. The Bobcats and the Rebels, 35 apiece. Here's the Bobcat touchdown, their last one from the Z-Train. Zay Johnson.
He wasn't going to go down.
Hit around the 2, but that didn't matter. 220 pounds, sophomore. Alpha Paving touchdown. Of course, Holbert with the extra point. Look at that crowd for homecoming 2025.
Hey, there in Odessa, Permian is up big over High, 28-7 at halftime. And still at halftime in Midland, Friendship 14, Midland High 10. In other games in the Little Southwest Conference.
A little close one.
And one more, 36-14, Chiefs over Brownfield Cubs.
Kickoffs here from Schertz Landscape Company, and here's the return from Hayes Ham, pushed out of bounds. And they have a 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown tonight, these Rebels do.
44 seconds left in this first half. Lee is out of timeouts. So the Rebels have no timeouts remaining.
Bobcats have 2 if they need them.
I was going to say, sure would be nice to get an interception here. Go ahead.
This is scary territory for the Bobcats because when it's under a minute to go, for whatever reason, sometimes they allow big things to happen for the other team. Hopefully not the case tonight. They let Abilene score from their own 20?
Yeah. I think that was an 80.
Yeah, the last minute's a little bit dicey sometimes. Reyes and the Rebels throwing left in and out of the hands of the intended receiver wearing number 88. Who is that? Cisco Rodriguez.
And he had heard Noah Rogers coming down on him. Of course, also, I'm looking, big number 56, Gabriel Velez, coming off of that end position, is just owning that tackle there.
Riley Onez is on the right side of the line. He's a big old boy at 280 and 6'2".
And they were looking for number 88 again. Looking for Rodriguez going across the middle.
Incomplete. That brings up third down.
3rd and 10. If they can hold them here, Central has 2 timeouts left. 35 seconds left.
Here's the snap on third down. Reyes gonna run it, and he will get out of bounds.
He's going to be a yard short.
Didn't quite get there.
Yeah, he's going to be a yard short. It's going to bring up 4th and 1 with 27 seconds. He ran out of bounds, so that stops the clock also.
What do you do here, Coach?
I look for him to go for it, but...
Yeah, 27 seconds, though, on their own 40. Now, this is what I was saying earlier.
Hold on, we got a flag on the play.
Don't let it happen.
Got a flag on the play. We'll see what it is. I think it's going to be offsides on us.
Okay.
Offsides. Defense number 51. Penalties decline. First down.
Penalties decline. First down. 22 seconds left in the first half.
You hear what I'm saying? Like, I'm very nervous right now. If after that last play, like, don't let them bust a big play and take the lead.
Yeah, this is...
Tied at 35. Reyes steps up in the pocket. End zone.
Oh, my gosh!
And
oh, my gosh. You cannot do
blasted
that.
by Reed Noble.
That is going to be a personal foul.
He's still down.
He's up and walking, but dad gum, he beelined him.
We take a look at it.
Yeah, he gets.
Man, full speed ahead too. Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, that's the previous. Anyway,
yep.
Luke's Cage.
That's that is.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Van Sickle is waving his hands in the air, trying to get everybody fired up.
16 seconds left.
Some guys trying to get off the field. Raiden Natividad, the last one.
Oh, but hold on. What are we doing? All should be at the 27. Okay. They had it at like the 17 or something. I don't know.
They've had trouble putting the ball where it's supposed to be tonight. Give or take a yard. Just somewhere around that vicinity.
Well, they almost gave them a first down simply by moving the ball up a yard.
4 in the flight pattern on a Luke's Cage first down for the Rebels. Going for the end zone. Reyes touched it, incomplete.
Now the corner
Bryson
on that
Sanders.
play. Don't know who that was.
Bryson Sanders. That's Bryson Sanders.
No, who is this down here?
Is that
whoever has the coverage? You can see he's tugging the jersey.
Second
of course,
down.
as our friend Larry Holscher says, it's okay if you're tugging.
2nd and 10 from the 27, and here's the replay from Postal Annex.
10 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, that's Gio Martinez Walker, the junior.
Good D.
Reyes to throw, spiral, caught. Is he in bounds?
He was in bounds.
And
it's going to be at the 12, 6 seconds left.
Cisco Rodriguez, the senior, on the catch. Here it is.
Looks like they're going to bring in the place kicker.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He has made a field goal this season. This is Verestagi.
Coach,
he's made one. It was 32 yards. This one for 39.
We're good? Yep.
Yeah, and that will give the Rebels the lead. Verestagi with the field goal, his second of the season. Rebels 38, Bobcats 35, and that's the end of the second quarter. That's the end of the half. What a wild game. What did you expect? The Little Southwest Conference could be hazardous to your mental health.
It can be hazardous to your health, yep.
Bobcats head to the locker room trailing by 3, 38-35. Legacy Rebels in the lead as we get ready for our halftime show. We'll have both bands. We'll have, of course, the Bobcat band, Texans, all the halftime performance for you. And then we'll have some scores, and we'll recap the first half and look forward to the second. Shootout should be a good one in the 2-6A opener. After one half, it's 38-35. Midland Legacy leads your Central Bobcats. Texan time. We'll be back shortly. Enjoy halftime here at San Angelo Stadium. Bobcat football is presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
The 2025-26 National Award-winning LHL Golf Drill Team. This group of talented young ladies competes annually and has brought home numerous awards. The Dolls plan on competing this spring at Lubbock, San Antonio, and Nationals in Orlando, Florida. The officers this year are Senior Captain Riley Ralston, Senior First Lieutenant Abigail Ramirez, Anne-Marie Sanchez, Lila Aldama, and Madison Riddle, Senior Lieutenant Andrea Iglesias, Sophia Watson, and Junior Lieutenants Mackenzie O'Dean and Charlie Meek. The Dolls will now perform Grease Lightning. Sophomore, Jocelyn Tuchel. Junior, Mons Rada. And senior, Kennedy Getz. Please help me welcome to the field the pride of West Texas, the LHS Mighty Rebel Band. The Mighty Rebel Band is under the field direction of drum majors Ilian Nagus, Jocelyn Ortega, Johari Ortega, and Priya Kuchel. The Mighty Rebel Band has proudly earned a first division rating at the UIL Marching Contest for an incredible 57 consecutive years. They've had the honor of performing at 3 presidential inaugurations and have twice marched in the prestigious Pasadena Tournament of Roses Parade. This week, we proudly recognize our outstanding band members. Freshman Antonio Gunas, sophomore Elena Graves, junior Romy Hoover, and senior Brandon Cook. The section of the week is the clarinet. This year's field production, Suspended Anime, brings to life a world of motion and imagination, drawing inspiration from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Spirited Away, The Sorcerer, and Civilization. Suspended chords and suspended motion create moments where time seems to hover, while bold visuals and layered sounds propel the story forward. The Mighty Rebel Band proudly presents Suspended Anime.
came here consecutively, though, right?
Of Stephen Bouillon, Morgan Green, Jonathan Avila, and Cameron Cannell. Color guard director is Jesus Rodriguez. The Mighty Rebel Band would like to recognize and thank the Midland ISD Superintendent,
Do we still have Central's
the
band
Executive
stuff?
Director of Fine Arts, Mr. Bo Garza, the Fine Arts Coordinator, Mrs. Karen Crutchfield, the Principal of Legacy High School, Mr. Chris Bryant, and the Principal of Legacy Freshman High School, Mrs. Misty Green. The Legacy High School Mighty Rebel Band extends our best wishes to the Central High School Bobcats Band for a successful marching season and continued excellence at the UIL Marching Contest. Thank you for your attention during tonight's halftime performance. Go Rebels!
Go Rebels! I want to be as enthusiastic as her one day. I'm so sad. That's not good. That's not good. We're kind of high up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For your halftime enjoyment,
Are you sure?
Angelo ISD is proud to present one of the oldest and most successful drill teams in Texas, the Central High School Texans. The Texans go under the direction of Troy Green and Melanie Gutierrez. The Texans are led on the field by Captain Kennedy Wyatt, Captain Aniston Oberlin, First Lieutenant Jocelyn Humphreys, Senior Lieutenant Karina Rodarte, Senior Lieutenant Bethany Gonzalez, Junior Lieutenant Nayla Martinez, Senior Lieutenant Gracie Boswell, Veteran Line Member of the Week, Aiden Ashley, Rookie Line Member of the Week, Jacqueline Dodd. Tonight, the Texans will be performing to the chart-topping pop song, Don't Stop Me Now. Please give it up for the Central High School Texans. right, band fans, get out of your seat and on your feet for the award-winning Central High School Mighty Bobcat Band. Bobcat Band members of the week: woodwind, Andrew Sanchez and Cheris Cooter; brass, Grant Wilde and Braden Valdez; percussion, Inara Lewis; teleguard, Annabelle Orr; rookies, Aaliyah Iglesias. The section of the week is the baritone. Under the field direction of drum majors Ian Caraballo, Drew Dotson, Addison Gentry, and Hazel Tyler, presenting their 2025 UIL marching show, Error 404. Please welcome the mighty Bobcat Band. Bobcat Band is under the direction of Daniel Villanueva, Alan Andrews, Robert Concho, Harold Leonard, and Catherine Yagiyahi. The band would also like to thank the Central High School and National Faculty, staff, administration, and school board, as well as the bus fans in the state of Texas for their continued support. The mighty Bobcat Band would also like to wish the Rebel Band best of luck to their marching season this year. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the second half.
Angelo Stadium as the Bobcats and the Rebels are back out on the field after our halftime performances here on homecoming night 2025 at San Angelo Stadium for Central High School. Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Darren Prater along with Arlen Ponder and the Concho Sports Crew. Our broadcast presented by First Community Federal Credit Union as we get ready for what could be a wild second half in the Little Southwest Conference District 2 6A 2025 opener between the Bobcats and the Midland Lee Rebels. 38-35. Legacy leads it at halftime. We'll have the third quarter coming up shortly. Arlen Ponder, you have some information for us from the first half?
Hey, yeah, at the 10:37 mark, Lee got this started in the first quarter with a pass from number 4 to number 17. I'll let you give those numbers.
Mike. Man, I just got lost for a second. J.P. Reyes, he hit Jabraylon Anders
for a 24-yard touchdown pass.
That's for the Lee Rebels, and they went on top 7-0.
So 7:04 mark, Central got on the board with a pass from Micah Hill to Colton.
Micah Hill? Colton Smith?
Colton Smith, there you go. Yeah, 15-yard pass, extra point was good, 7-7. 6:53 mark, Lee got on the board with a long 95-yard touchdown run right after the Central touchdown, 14-7. 4:14, Lee got on the board, number 4 to number 37, 80-yard pass.
Yeah, that's Jason Williams.
So,
excuse me, dadgummit. That is number 37. Caden Ellis is wearing that jersey.
He is wearing that tonight. So then that was 80 yards, 7-21. Then Central 1:16 left in the first quarter. Colton Hill, again, the recipient of a Micah Smith pass, 5 yards, 14-21. Second quarter, 10:37. Central back on the board again after a turnover. Interception by, I forget who it was. They have one already this year.
It was Blaine Belcher or Troy Sabalos. Yeah.
So
that was Jacob Jackson. That was his first.
Then that was, let's see, I forgot where it was. But here we go. I'll give you more updates here in a second.
Well, the field goal is what made the difference, which they got in the second quarter, the Rebels, and they lead this 38-35. Schertz Landscape Company kickoff. You just saw that. Bobcats back on offense.
Darius Hewitt.
And that will bring up 2nd and 10 for Micah Smith and company.
Actually going to bring up 2nd and 8. They let him fall forward 2 yards.
Yeah. He got 2. Big crowd here for homecoming 2025. Anything could happen. Addison Gentry, the homecoming queen. Mason Van Sickle, who's on the field with the defense, is the homecoming king as Smith throws incomplete.
That looked like Smith just rushed that ball a little bit. Speaking of Smith, in the first quarter, he was 230 yards passing. 10 of 16, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Those are unofficial stats.
Yeah, they've been very balanced tonight. They've gotten all the running backs involved. Of course, Colton Hill with the touchdown, Jimmy Edwards with the touchdown. You know, they're mixing it up with the receivers fairly well. But the 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, that's made a big difference in the game. Throwing and caught on the run inside Rebel territory. And he goes down at the 25. Gabriel Garcia, Baby G with the Luke's Cage, fighting Central Bobcats first down after the reception. Here it is.
30-yard catch.
Smith, plenty of protection from the big guys on the offensive line where Coach Smith said they were going to have to win tonight. And a nice reception from Baby G. Gavin Johnson, the junior, number 11, is lined up on the left side along with Kasner Stribling, the tight end. Smith sets up in the pocket, flings it to the 5-yard line, and it's too tall for Colton Hill. He was catchable, though. He let it bounce off his fingertips.
Triple coverage there.
They know to be careful.
Hey, and I just got a stat from our statistician, Ann Diamond, who said no punts in the first half. There were no punts in the first half.
I was not conscious of that.
I wasn't either until she just sent me that message.
It's been a good Little Southwest Conference opener and a rivalry between two teams that goes back all the way to the 1930s. Bobcats haven't beaten them since 2018. Jimmy Edwards turns around and heads down the sideline after making the catch, and he'll be close to the Angelo MRI red zone, down or out of bounds at the 21.
Now you watch. That's going to happen again. Edwards has done that twice, and they got us for, I believe it was a legal formation before. Nobody goes with him across whenever he goes in motion, and that is wide open every time.
10:48 on the clock, just underway here, third quarter, 38-35. Legacy Rebels lead this. Smith goes to the end zone. We're
going to get pass interference.
Jimmy Edwards, the intended target, and the flag flies in the end zone. Olivas Restoration and Solar penalty. And judging from the reaction of the defender, it'll be against.
Well, considering Coach Smith was having to put Jesse Smith's uniform back on him.
Holding.
I'm pretty sure that was. Yep.
Penalty. Automatic first down.
It's a Luke's Cage fight, and Central Bobcats first down.
And that's going to move the ball to the 11-yard line.
In the Angelo MRI red zone.
First down, Bobcats.
Luke's Cage first down. Xavion Johnson stands to the right of Micah Smith on first down. Ball is on the 11. Making sure everything's straight. Trips to the left side. He's looking that way. Smith throws, tipped high in the air and incomplete in the end zone.
And Smith just looked like he had zoned in on that one receiver. He actually had
three guys on the left side.
Who did he have undercutting him there? I think he had Edwards. He could have gone to Edwards right there. No, it was number 11 there.
Yeah, Gavin Johnson.
Yeah, he could have gone to Gavin. Would have been at least with his fight, he could have gotten down a lot closer.
Would have been the underneath option as they look to the sideline. Zay is still in. Kasner Stribling, number 81 on the right side.
Hey, and this is 9:20 left in the fourth quarter. 44-20, Lakeview over Brownfield.
Chiefs, after going undefeated for a while, lost a couple and trying to get back to their winning ways. You can watch them and the Wall Hawks all season on Concho Sports, just like the Bobcats.
And speaking of the Wall Hawks, 8:56 left in the fourth quarter. 56-13, Wall over the Badgers of Merkel.
Clock at the 10-minute mark, third quarter. Little Southwest Conference showdown for week one. Couldn't have asked for a better one here on homecoming
Midland
night.
Lee. First time.
Lee takes their first timeout of the second half, and by that notion, 2 minutes into the first quarter, not even 2 minutes into the third quarter, and they're having to take their timeout.
Clint Hartman's been pretty liberal with the timeouts tonight. Fans, check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender. They have great rates on new, used, or refinanced autos. All in payment options that can make your payments fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart. Apply online, 1cfcu.org, or give them a call, 325-653-1465. Rates and terms based on approved credit. Member FDIC, First Community Federal Credit Union. You know who to finance it with, so go find that car or truck of your dreams. Check out Mitchell Automotive Group. If you're in the market for a new car, truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road. Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. Tell them Concho Sports sent you. Again, Addison Gentry, homecoming queen. Mason Van Sickle, number 7, is the homecoming king here on homecoming night at San Angelo Stadium. Clock at 10:04. 38-35, Rebels lead it. Bobcats are on the Midland Lee Rebels 7-yard line. In the Angelo MRI red zone, throwing incomplete. Nobody home. There's
flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be false start on us. Or maybe. Coach Smith is not going to be happy about this.
Yep, offense,
false
number 55. 5-yard penalty.
You were correct there,
Still third down.
75. Again, that's 2 of them called tonight on Ethan Boyd. And I don't know, I haven't really been paying attention, but I will start if Somebody is
third down and
eating
11.
his lunch there.
Well, Ethan has been moving very slow. He has a knee brace on. He was in some distress, and they had to pull him out in the first half. So I think that's an issue, either the ankle or his knee.
Well, and he is lining up across.
They have the protection there. It's low and incomplete. Hits the turf before it gets to Gavin
Pass
Johnson.
is incomplete.
And it was there. He was wide open. Micah just looked like he was throwing off his front foot. It's exactly what he was doing. He needs to put that back foot in the ground and throw it.
Postal Annex, your home office, bringing you your instant replays tonight. Just under 10 minutes in the third, trailing by 3. Caleb Holbert is on the field, I believe, for
This will
the
be a 29-yard
field goal that
attempt.
will tie 29-yard field goal for Holbert. His first attempt at one today. Angle is to the left. Brian Sandoval with the snap. Smith with the hold. And Holbert misses. 29-yarder is no good.
Yeah, Rebels were offside big time there, but no flags on the play.
I guess they caught a break that time. Bobcats had a great opportunity to tie this. The 3-point lead holds for the Rebels, 38-35 with 9:51 to go in the third. And the Bobcat defense will come back out onto the field. They've had their hands full with these Rebels, but most of the time they've been able to handle it against the big plays that have kind of eaten their lunch at times. J.P. Reyes back out on the field, and he will hand it off to Ham, and Ham is upended.
No, and imagine
Flag on
this.
the play.
Hold on, there's a flag on the play.
Chris Walker made the stop, so Levis Restoration and Solar flag.
Flag happy here. It's probably going to be a hold.
As they discuss this, I'm not sure how many penalties each team has had tonight. They've had their fair share.
8 for Central, 6 for...
There were fouls on the play by both teams. Personal foul, face mask, defense 27. Personal foul, face mask, offense 26. Those penalties offset.
Offsetting penalties, face mask on
Tucker Bates.
Both sides. So they're going to...
Were they grabbing each other going at it?
They're going to mulligan it and do it again. Hey, and cool thing, tonight being homecoming, there are a ton of fans here, but you know what? I've seen a couple of former Bobcats walk past a couple of times. Oh,
Once a Bobcat, always a Bobcat, and it's homecoming.
there's the band.
Reyes on a Luke's Cage first down, rolling right as Van Sickle heads toward him. He gets the pass off, spinning out of a tackle and heading up the sideline for a first down is
Pass is
Jermaine
complete
Laster.
for
And
the
I know
first
you're not going
down.
to believe this, but that was a play without a penalty.
Right.
And they're going to have to tackle. That was just 27 there. Tucker Beatty's got to hit and go. And they went quick and got up there and ran another quick play.
First down, Legacy.
You're not.
6 is Ham. He has 344 yards coming into this game.
So they are just going quick. There's no way that you can.
Jermaine Laster trying to get around some people, and he is brought down from behind. A nice stop there by Mason Van Sickle, the linebacker. Also our Scholar Athlete of the Week. We'll be talking to him after the game. You can see him on the Concho Sports Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Now look here. Look, I'm looking right down the line here. You're talking about illegal formation. They have had a legal formation twice. The tackle is in the backfield, but nobody's calling it.
Ham gets the carry, and Hayes Ham, the junior, quickly lines up with his teammates, and here goes Ham again. He's going to try to cut it in. He's brought down from behind, but not before he reaches the Angelo MRI red zone.
And they are just trying to do some, you know, Coach Smith talks about bully ball. They are just trying to do it again. And here we go, another play right up the middle.
Into a crowd around the 10-yard line. Luke's Cage first down.
There's some tired Bobcats out there. They're going to need to get a stop, get an incompletion, something. Got Noah Rogers coming off, hanging his head.
Van Sickle, number 7, is in the middle of the linebackers. Jacob Jackson is out there.
Just like that. There you go.
Dropped a little talking on top of it from Troy Sabalos, who got the game-winning interception against Cooper to close the show.
Was that Sabalos earlier that hammered that guy on the sideline that got the personal foul?
No, it was
number 2. It was Noah Rogers.
It was Noah Rogers.
Just, if you didn't see it, you missed number 3. I'm sorry, Reed Noble.
Yeah, Reed Noble.
Just hammered that guy on the sideline. He was looking back for the ball and
looking for a license plate as the blitz comes. Full bore, and the ball will fall incomplete.
They went 0 blitz here. Brought everybody. No, I'm sorry, it was not. And who got that up there? Big number 45? Aiden Perez got his hands up there. It's going to bring up 4th and 4, 8:01 left in the third quarter, and they are going to try to make it a 6-point ball game.
That'll be, what, 27 somewhere? Let's see.
So the ball's on the 10.
27-yard field goal.
27-yard field goal.
And in to attempt it, who's already made one tonight, Steven Verestagi. Verestagi 2 for 2 today, as well as all of his extra points. And the 27-yarder is good, 41-35. The Rebels lead your Bobcats in this 2-6A Little Southwest Conference showdown. Rebels by 6, 41-35. We're back at San Angelo Stadium after this. You're watching the Bobcats on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Discounts and low prices on all 2025s in stock. 2026 vehicles are rolling in. We're forced to start our 2025 year-end clearance event now. Get this 2025 GMC Terrain. You could pay only $29,999. Or this 2025 Buick Envista. You could pay $21,999. Deep discounts and low prices during our 2025 year-end clearance event. Only at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Friendship being
Welcome back to San Angelo Stadium for Homecoming 2025 in the District 2-6A opener. The Shirts
my gosh.
Kickoff from the Rebels bounces and right into the arms of a Rebel by the name of Nick Moore. The onside kickoff, they just got it.
Hold on, but wait. There's a flag going to be offsides on the kicking team.
5-yard penalty. Replay the kick.
Replay the kick, and the Bobcats dodged a bullet right there.
Midland Legacy, Midland leads this 41-35. 27-yard field goal by Verestaki, his second of the day, puts him up by 6 with 7:55 to go in the third.
Oh, and Coach Smith is out to the hash mark, trying to talk to his...
He's telling them what time it is for sure.
Well, he's telling them, hey, pay attention that there's a possibility they could try that garbage again.
Well, Belton tried it to open the game and got it. Didn't really help him in the game overall, but yeah, you can't fall asleep on these Rebels, especially when they lead by 6.
Well, you know, and we've talked about they come in 1-4. They're not 1-4 for lack of trying.
Yeah. Hard hit at the 33-yard line. They've lost to some of the premier programs in Texas, but they did beat a top 10 5A team that we couldn't beat. Happily.
Yeah, they did. They lost to Allen 46-13. They lost to Lake Travis 59-13. They lost to Ruston, Louisiana 42-21. They lost to Euless Trinity 28-16. So, you know, those losses aren't to shabby programs. They are good programs.
The team they beat, also top 10, very good 5A team that we had problems with in that turnover fest in week 1. Bobcats have had a chance to rest. 3-game winning streak. Everybody's healthy. They've worked the kinks out. But tonight they did allow a 95-yard kickoff return, and that has made a difference. It's been nip and tuck other than that. Bobcats moving left to right. Micah Smith, and they get a short gain. It'll be second down.
Looks like they're not going to give him any yards on that play.
Nothing.
Nothing. All for a whole lot of nothing.
So the defense stiffens up a bit for the Rebels, but both teams have moved the ball quite effectively. More on big plays for the Rebels, more methodic for the Bobcats. 7:14 left in the third. Trailing by 6, Micah Smith, the junior, throws way overthrown, and it will bounce off the turf in Bobcat territory, incomplete.
Well, Smith looked like he was expecting Colton to run just a fly pattern, and Colton broke it off and ran a post. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10, 7:09.
Big third down for the Bobcats. They've converted a few today. Need to keep the defense off the field. Don't wear them out, especially since it's going to be crunch time here soon. Seems to have been a long quarter. 7:09 left in the third. Smith going to be sacked.
Oh, and he fumbles the ball.
Ball is on the ground, and the
Nope, they're calling him down. They're calling him down.
I knew that. He avoids the pressure right here, and then they'll drag him down from behind. That's Gabriel Henry, the senior defensive lineman. Gabriel Henry.
Going to bring up 4th and 12. 6:36 and counting.
Bobcats, this is the first time they've punted, first time in the game.
Yeah, first time anybody's
Either
punted.
team. The first punt happens at 6:25, like our stat person was saying.
So, Ann, here you go. This is your first punt.
It's taking this long. Holbert.
Nice punt. It's going to take a bounce. Oh, nice bounce.
Will it make the 20? No, but it'll make the 21. That was a nice Bobcat bounce.
Is that Trey Jefferson back there? He was playing with fire being that close to the ball. You don't know. That ball's not round. You don't know how it's going to bounce. So a lot of times bad bounce could bounce off of you.
When you need that fire call away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge homecoming crowd tonight, and this game is far from decided. 41-35. Rebels lead it. The 2-6A opener. Permian next week at Ratliff Stadium. Hard way to start the Little Southwest Conference the first 2 weeks for the Bobcats. To the 27-yard line on first down.
But I'm going to tell you, if they can keep it a 6-point ball game or a 1-score ball game going out of here and they happen to lose, this is a huge statement for this program. Be better if we won, but
big hole up the middle, tries to bounce to the outside, and they managed to hang on to him. That was a nice stop for the Bobcats by Cash Jastro, the 6'3", 195-pound junior linebacker. Look, it's Wilford Brimley.
Oh, look at this. And
that's Jastro again.
28, I think that is. Shields. No, that's not 28. No, I'm looking at theirs. 26.
Yeah, that's Hayes Ham.
Hayes Ham was caught in the backfield.
That doesn't happen too often to Hayes Ham. The wrecking crew, the defense getting stronger and stronger. Riley Onez is back. Talked to his dad at halftime. He's back and healthy. There's the throw, 30, 35, 40, and here he goes up the sideline. Goes out around the 45-yard line. Let's take a look. Postal Annex bringing you instant replays. Reyes.
Gio Martinez, number 31, in on that tackle.
And they will run with Ham, who gets about 4 yards past midfield and into Bobcat territory with 4:35 to go in the third.
Bobcats really need to get a stop here. You know, they got a stop earlier on an interception. They could really use a stop here.
They don't need to let them eat up the rest of the quarter either. Blitz coming. They almost got to him. Reyes throws, got a man wide open inside the 20.
But there's a flag on the play.
Olivas Restoration and Solar penalty flag is down.
Is this going to be a offense or a defensive? And they're walking down the field, so it's probably going to be a defensive pass interference.
Things may go from bad to worse on this drive for the Bobcats.
Holding. Defense. Number 31. Penalties decline. First down.
It's on Gio Martinez Walker, and that leads to a loose cage. First down for the Rebels.
They decline the penalty.
Ball is on the Bobcats 16. Angelo MRI red zone. Reyes to Hayes Ham. Cuts it inside, and a nice job tripping him up.
Another flag on
Michael
the play.
Duran.
And this is going to be probably on Legacy.
Offense. Number 71.
Holding
penalty.
Number 71.
Still first down.
And so we are battling for penalties here. There. Oh, nope. We're tied up penalties.
Braden Zeno.
8 apiece.
The culprit for Legacy. Clock at 4:03.
First down and 16.
First and 15 is what it's going to be with 4:03 left. And the Zebras will get together again.
Just having a nice little fireside chat.
Hey, while they're doing that fireside chat, final out in Wall, 63-13. Wall all over those Merkel Badgers.
I would say.
And with 5:37 left in the fourth, Chiefs 51, Brownfield 26.
Chiefs getting back in the winning column, and you can see them on Concho Sports as well as Wall. Central Bobcats trying to stay in this one, trailing by 6.
First and 20. 3:45. And they will get back on the ball quick.
That was Cisco Rodriguez that time.
Oh, and guess what? Is there another penalty on the play? Yep, I see a flag out there. And just where it is, it might be on Central.
Colton Kent is in the game. He has multiple sacks.
Too many flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 8. Half the distance. Automatic first down.
On Jacob Jackson.
Half the distance to the goal. And Coach Smith is not going to be happy. 9 penalties already on the night for the Bobcats. And I think there's been 2 or 3 that have been declined. So not a good situation here for the Bobcats.
This is a loose cage first down, and Hayes Ham will get inside the 10-yard line, yard or 2 before he's brought down.
It's a 2-yard run. 1-yard run, I guess.
Second down.
Riley Otis is the left defensive end. Colton Kent also at defensive end. Throwing, got a man just inside the end zone.
Touchdown,
for the Alpha
Legacy.
Paving Rebel touchdown. Pass was right on the money from Reyes to Rodriguez for the touchdown. So they will increase their lead with 3:09 to go in the third. They have, hang on.
And they are going to go for 2 to make it 48-35.
Looking to go for 2, yeah. Reyes has Ham to his right. Got a man wide open, and he will toss it.
Hold on, don't go anywhere fast. Imagine this.
Cisco Rodriguez.
There's a penalty, and I think it's going to be a pick on
Lee.
On Lee, yep.
Hey, man.
It's going to be offensive pass interference.
Here's your...
There you go, offensive pass interference. So 2-point conversion will be no good.
Well, that's a positive. But the Bobcats in a bigger hole than they were in before, though. 47-35, 3:09 to go in the third. The PAT.
Oh, so they're going to kick the PAT now.
Now they're going to kick it.
Maybe.
From the 19.
Yep. It's going to be about from the, is that the 18 and a half here? Let's make up our mind. Oh, no. Let's move it over.
35-yard attempt for the PAT.
I'm going to tell you, man. This has been.
So after all of that, Stephen Verestagi, who's made a couple of field goals today, nails that 35-yard PAT, and that will increase the lead for the Rebels to 48-35. 3:09 to go in the third. We'll see if the Bobcats can answer and stay in this district opener here on Homecoming Night 2025. You're watching the Central Bobcats on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services for all your photo and video needs. Call 325-245-9663. Oh, and we also do sports. Call today.
Welcome back to San Angelo Stadium, a festive occasion, Homecoming 2025, but not as festive as it was as the Bobcats trail 48-35 to the Midland Lee Rebels with 3:09 to go here in the third. Rebels scored a touchdown on a pass from J.P. Reyes. They incurred a penalty on the 2-point conversion tries. They had to back it up and ended up making 27-yard PAT by Verestagi. If that makes sense. 48-35 is the score in the Schertz Landscape Company kickoff.
Stribling there, trying to recover the ball, bounced off of him. Luckily, it was recovered, I think, by Van Sickle.
Bobcats have some catching up to do, but they're not too big of a hole. They trailed 21-7 at 1 point.
Yeah, they can make this 14 up real quick. Defense has got to get a stop. They're just exposing how they can drive the ball, and one of the things that's causing them to be able to do that is Central's not able to swap their linemen in and out, so they are going fast. Meanwhile, Central, taking their time, not a bad thing. They're playing Central ball.
They've been way more methodical. Handoff right side. Goes to Elijah Allen that time. Well, Clint Hartman, I remember several years ago we played him, and he said, it was my fault the week before that we didn't do good on this, this, and this. We're going to fix it, and basically laid out his game plan, and it worked. And he's kind of done that this week. He knows where the Bobcats' strengths and weaknesses are, but he said, you can't ever let your foot off the gas against Central because they always play you tough. And if you do let your foot off the gas at any point, they can beat you.
Yeah, and they came out after the half, and their passing game was doing awesome.
Throwing high and caught by Colton Hill inside the 40. He had to try for that one for sure.
And I'll have to look, but I think those linebackers are sucking up, playing the run, and then they are able to get back out. At least make it difficult for Micah to throw over the top of him. And something you always tell your linemen is, if you're going in and you can't get pressure, you get your hands up.
Short side of the field, Jimmy Edwards is wide to that side. At running back, Elijah Allen, dribbling in motion. Micah sets, throws. The ball gets there, but the pass is broken up. Intended for Jimmy Edwards. And Olamide Oladeron, the cornerback, I think he got a hand in there. Number 8.
I think he did. That was good D. He was just wearing him like a cheap suit.
Well, I'm embarrassed and humiliated. I just noticed they have Lee on their helmets. I thought it's officially Legacy till next year, but they have Lee on the helmet.
Oh, well, if they got Lee on the helmets, guess what? Let's call him
Just
Lee.
go all the way Lee then. But officially it is Legacy on paper, on whatever they write things down on. And Legacy, under that name, undefeated against Central.
Yep. Elijah Allen just running that ball.
The running
I'm
game,
sorry, that was Darius Hewitt.
Yeah, the running game has been encouraging for several weeks.
Well, if they can not go one-dimensional, they can go both ways. Run a little, pass a little, run a little, pass a little.
We're basically 3 yards in a cloud of dust now. Just a running team. High-flying Bobcats.
Yep.
Running that football. 1:14 on the clock, counting. The play action, Stribling gets the pass, and he is hit hard, brought down as soon as he gets the ball at the 30-yard line. He took a hard hit that time.
It's going to bring up 4th and
flag.
Flag. Flag. Do you have a flag?
David Ahadiwa, the linebacker, a sophomore.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 12. Half the distance.
Personal foul, face
Automatic
mask.
first down.
Automatic first down.
That's on Ben Kano, one of the defensive linemen.
Hey, and we just tied it up. 9 penalties apiece. Gosh only knows how many declined. We'll have to go back and look. They had them 4th and 3. And now that gives them an automatic first down from the 20-yard line.
First down, Bobcats.
50 seconds left. 49.
Are most games in the 4th now? This one's with all the penalties and such.
Yeah, you want me to go through the number that are over?
Really?
Yeah, there's a bunch that are over. Lakeview's over, 58-26. They're going to have a happy ride home. Brady Bulldogs over your Dublin Lions, 62-12. Let's see. Early Longhorns 43, Tolar Rattlers 14. Bront 56-3.
Smith takes the snap. Here we are at the end of the 3rd quarter. Throws way, just tried to get it out the back of the end zone, incomplete. We still have 8 seconds to go in the 3rd.
No penalty in the end zone there. Looked like that may have been that was a hold right there they missed. So you know what? But look at that. 4, 5. So whenever they start doing that, now's the time to go a little, if we could, go a little play action. They're all sucking. They're going to go back with the pass.
You see on your screen there, Olamide Oladeron, the defensive back number 8.
Some counter would be nice here too.
You are correct, sir. There's a throw right at the goal line. Touchdown, Baby G. Gabriel Garcia on the pass from Smith. Caught it inside the 1. Touchdown.
2 seconds left in this half. In this quarter.
All of a sudden, Baby G making the difference. Look at that. Threading the needle with the pass, too. Micah Smith. Alpha Paving touchdown. The extra point will put the Bobcats within 6 here in the 2-6-8 opener on homecoming night. Area 51, Brian Sandoval snaps it. Micah Smith with the hold, Caleb Holbert. Got it. 6-point game with 2 seconds to go in the 3rd. Got a classic here. Little Southwest Conference Classic and a light show. 48-42. Rebels still lead. We're back after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your...
Welcome back to San Angelo Stadium. Riley is standing by.
A very intense atmosphere down on the field. Both teams are trying to regroup for the end of this third quarter and the beginning of the fourth quarter. The coaches have left a very intense atmosphere as well, while the players are just trying to stay dialed in.
Thank you, Riley.
Bro, I can't.
I think that she can totally understand the atmosphere being on sideline in a game like this. Oh, onside from the Cats on the Schertz Landscape Company kickoff, but it is the Rebels that will come up with the ball. Jermaine Laster gets the Schertz Landscape Company kickoff.
Yeah, it looked like it was a good try, but he just got it right to that Rebel defender.
We have 0-2.
Hey, 8:57 left in the fourth quarter there in Odessa, and Mojo is way ahead, 49-7.
In District 2-6A play, I think this is the marquee matchup of the night, though. 6-point lead for the Rebels, right around midfield for J.P. Reyes and company.
And also in the Little Southwest Conference,
that is the end of the third quarter.
42-31 over Midland with 1:23 left in the
It's got to be the fourth.
Game.
Everybody's finished except for us. That's the end of the third. Buckle yourselves in, folks. We may have a wild fourth quarter. 48-42. Midland Lee leads it by 6 as the Bobcats try to get their first win over the Rebels since 2018 here on homecoming night. And the finale in the fourth quarter coming up. You're watching the Central Bobcats on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
MRI.
Deep discounts and low prices on all 2025s in stock. 2026 vehicles are rolling in, and we're forced to start our 2025 year-end clearance event now. Get $12,000 off this new 2025 GMC Sierra. $12,000 off. Or save $5,000 off this new 2025 GMC Acadia. Deep discounts, low prices during our 2025 year-end clearance event. Only at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Welcome back to San Angelo Stadium as we get ready to begin the fourth quarter. It's been a good District 2-6A Little Southwest Conference showdown and opener, and a nice homecoming night as well here at San Angelo Stadium. The Rebels of Midland lead it 48-42 over your Bobcats. And the Cats need to get a stop here as they break up the pass. It was almost intercepted. Could have been intercepted by Bryson Sanders.
Van Sickle down there with the play also.
Here's the play. Let's see who broke that up. Right there, Bryson Sanders. Before it got to the intended target, which was Caden Ellis, their #1 receiver. Reyes throws a dart, and that's the kind of tackle you have to make. You've got to stop him, and they did before he could do any more damage.
Belcher with the stop. Great stop.
Yeah, because that's another 10, 15 yards or a touchdown.
Here's a quick high snap.
And Ham goes down behind the line of scrimmage. Tucker Beatty and several other Bobcats in on that. Riley Onis grabbed him first.
And he is slow to get up.
Hazeham, they're going to have to tend to him real fast as he goes down to the turf. 11:21 to go in the ball game. There's the Midland Lee fans and the band who made their way from just a little while up the road, and the homecoming crowd for the Central Bobcats. The all-time record between these two teams is 28 wins for Lee, 23 for the Bobcats unofficially.
Yep, dating all the way back to 1931 is what we found.
Yeah. This may not be our biggest rival, but every game's pretty much a rivalry in the little Southwest Conference, but this is still a rivalry.
Yeah, and you hope that come next year, we've talked about it on the Insider Show several times about realignment, and it's coming up in May and April. You hope that these teams can stay together. You were definitely going to see probably friendship go down.
Incomplete. On second down, he tried to hit Ellis, who is a senior, by the way. It will be incomplete. Third down and 11 for the Rebels. Bobcats get a stop here, trailing by 6. They have a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, and finishing that thought, not sure if maybe Cooper or Abilene High may jump in there, talk about Del Rio coming up as joining the Little Southwest Conference.
Sure.
So it'll be interesting to see.
On third and 11, big third down here. 30 to the 25. Where was he out of bounds? That's
he's going to be out right at the line.
Nick Moore, who has the touchdown tonight.
And they gave it to him.
So, yeah, he got it, and about 5 yards more.
Got to break him down. Got to tackle him. Can't lower that shoulder and just kind of wing at him. You're going to have to wrap him up.
Just outside the Angelo MRI red zone. It's a Luke's Cage first down for the Rebels. Sideline, and Tucker Beatty grabs a hold of the ball carrier and corrals him out of bounds. That was Jabraylin Anders, the sophomore receiver.
Let me just say this. Tomorrow morning, these boys are going to be tired. It doesn't matter which side of the ball you're on.
This is one heck of a battle.
Nice tackle. I think that was Van Sickle coming in there at the last second.
Right in the middle.
No, 25.
Good stop by Cabo de la Garza. We've said his name a lot.
Nice job. 10-25.
Wearing number 25. Low snap. Reyes is smashed before he can get to the line of scrimmage. Sacked by Mason Van Sickle. The heat-seeking Van Missel gets Reyes down with the Van's sickness. 10 minutes to go in the game. It's fourth down. Watch this. Low snap. Bam.
And here we go with the, let's see, what is this? Darren, you mathematician.
Fourth and 2. Oh,
it's 12, so.
22. No.
I think he missed it.
That's a 29-yard.
Oh, no, he counted. Yep.
That's 3 today. Or 3 this evening for Stephen Verestagi. He's made a difference. 51-42. It's a 9-point lead now for the Lee Rebels here on homecoming night over your Bobcats. You're watching the Central Bobcats on Concho Sports Network. We're back after this. Our broadcast is presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Back at San Angelo Stadium, homecoming night 25, live on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. We'll let you know if you're in the market for a new car or truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker, Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. Shirts Landscaping, bringing you our kickoffs tonight, and the Shirts kickoff returned to the 33-yard line by Jesse Smith. That's where the Bobcats will set up shop. Here with 9:37 to go in the ball game, they trail 51-42. As once again, another field goal for the Rebels. That's what's kept them in the lead. Stephen Verestagi with 3 field goals tonight, and his last one put him up by 9. 51-42.
Hey, here you go. Battle of Texas. Duncanville versus DeSoto. Duncanville 48, DeSoto 28.
48-28?
48-28.
Sounds like Duncan, the D-ville, is getting the job done. 3-man front for the Rebel defense. Trips to the far side on a Luke's Cage first down. Smith throws long, near sideline. Hill can't bring it in.
Pass interference on Lee.
Olivas restoration and Solar.
Penalty marker
flag
down.
is down.
Oh, and we've got one at the line of scrimmage, too, so.
You see the big boys? Ethan Boyd, 75.
This going
There
to
are
be
fouls by
offset.
both teams. Ineligible downfield. Offense. Pass interference. Defense. Penalties offset. Replay first down.
Penalties offset. Mulligan.
Do it again. And we'll do it live. To Luke's Cage, first down again. 9:29 to go in the game. Bobcats at least need a field goal on this drive. That would get them within 6.
Oh, and they're going to call a false start on us.
Offense. Number 72. 5-yard penalty.
It's on
Still
Israel
first down.
Martinez.
And we're knotted back up at 10 penalties.
Braden Suter is number 74, as you see there on the field. Christian McAllister, 55.
Cristoval, 15. Colorado City, 6.
Luke's Cage fighting Central Bobcats first down. Plenty of time. Smith.
Oh, my
wide
gosh.
open, got him in. Down the sideline. And that'll be a Luke's Cage first down. Is that Judson Bright? The other tight end. The one that's not Casner Stribling.
Look at this. Everybody thought he was going to run. Good job on Micah seeing that vision. Seeing Bright wide open, and just sometimes it's better to be lucky.
They threw one pass to him. I think he's their secret weapon, incomplete, I think against Belton or Waco. And here he gets a completion and shows the Rebels that we have more than one tight end that can catch the ball and run. 9:19. Ball is in Rebel territory for Smith and company. Looks right, floats one to Stribling. Tight end to tight end. Stribling fights his way for another couple of yards to the 30-yard line.
Little razzle-dazzle there.
Brought down by Maddox Marquez and some other Rebels.
Let everybody through. There you go.
Yeah, they were right in his face when he dumped it off.
Good job, Micah.
Ben Cano also in on that stop of Stribling. He's hard to bring down. Casner, 220 pounds and 6'3". That's why. Look at the crowd acknowledging the cameras on homecoming. Addison Gentry, the homecoming queen from Central. Mason Van Sickle, number 7 on the Bobcat defense, is the homecoming king. And we're going to try to have a word with him after the game. He's our Scholar Athlete of the Week as well, our SAISD Scholar Athlete of the Week. So congratulations to Mason. Something to be proud of. Riley, are you hanging out down there on the sideline with Concho Sports? Is she there?
The game's been going crazy.
Are you there?
Hey, there she is.
Hi, the game has been going crazy with so much intense back and forth action. They had some trouble bringing down Judson Stribling. Sorry if that was not.
Kasner.
But we had a player get injured, but it seems that he's okay now. He is back up on his feet and walking off the field.
All right, thank you, Riley. It's Riley on the sideline, doing a great job.
Great job. She and I'll have to have a talk on Tuesday when we go back to school.
Judson Stribling.
Yep.
Kasner, she's doing a great job.
She's doing a great job. That was
never
one thing.
done this before.
Never done this before. That's what she did all week long, was sit and in my class whenever she wasn't running the desk. She was memorizing the player names.
She's doing great. It's nice to have her on the sideline.
And she's a sophomore, man.
Look at him go airborne. Jimmy Edwards. Pushed out of bounds, though, by number 29. That is Maddox Marquez. Let's see. Goodness.
His hand almost landed in bounds. 8:46 left.
Solid hit for Maddox Marquez. 8:46 to go in the contest.
I'm going to tell you, both sides of these balls looks like they are just exhausted.
They're playing hard. This is a great little Southwest Conference opener. Zay Johnson just past the 30.
It's going to bring up 4th and 2.
Lorenzo Carrillo in on the stop for the Rebels that time. Here's the instant replay.
And you know,
what are you trying to think of?
Hang on.
You got a mind like a rusty steel trap.
I tell you, field goal. We missed a field goal earlier.
Holbert missed his own.
Holbert, Timeout
Timeout lead.
8:08 to go in the game. 51-42. Rebels lead this. It's not over yet here on homecoming night. We'll be back at San Angelo Stadium after this. You're watching the Central Bobcats on Concho Sports, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
This is where we live, a place where trucks are the backbone of our lifestyle, as essential as a roof over our head and clothes on our back. When having a truck is essential, you should drive a Tundra from Mitchell Toyota. A Toyota Tundra is a formidable combination of power, space, technology, safety, fuel efficiency, reliability, and value retention. Plus, it's a great-looking truck. Come see us at Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
Welcome back to San Angelo Stadium here on Homecoming 25. Bobcat football is presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Be sure and check out Concho Sports on all of our various social media, Facebook, Instagram, at Concho Sports on YouTube. We'd like to have a follow or like from you. So it is 4th down and 2, 8:08 to go in the ball game as the Bobcats trail. They have the ball. Smith trying to get to the outside. It's going to be close.
There's a flag on the play. I think it's going to be false start.
False start. Offense, number 70.
The reaction of Zay.
Still 4th down.
I was going to say you're right. Still 4th down.
11 penalties now by the Bobcats.
It'll be 4th down and 7. 8:03 left, and they trail by 9. It's do or die time.
It'll be 4th and 7, 8:03.
Big play here for the Bobcats if they're going to stay in this one and pull out the win on homecoming night. Big district opener game here tonight against the Midland Lee Rebels, our old foe. We've played since 1931. Smith backtracking. It's knocked in the air right back to him, and somebody had better get on it before they run it back. Whistle blows, and Smith is hurt.
Incomplete. Smith is okay.
He's shaken up, I mean.
He is okay.
One of the Rebels is getting up slowly as well. Gabriel Henry, number 9, helped off the field.
7:57 left in this marathon that we've been a part of since it started. They moved these games to 7:30, and you know, it's just, you're going to get home after midnight with some of these games.
Yeah, and most of the games are done. It took us 5, 6, 7 minutes to go 2 yards with all the penalties a while back. Reyes will throw to Ham, and Hayes Ham is upended at the 35-yard line.
And he is back after going down, walking off, and he stays in bounds. Clock is running.
7:40. Look at those moms. Resplendent.
Oh,
Reyes on the keeper, making some moves. Has Troy Ceballos almost had him, and he got blocked. They finally get him out of bounds, though, and that's a Lucas Cage first down.
Well, maybe not. I was going to say, look at this. He fooled everybody.
Yeah, he did. I thought Hayes Ham had it. J.P. Reyes looking a little winded, throwing right, and it's incomplete, a little too low for the intended receiver. That's Caden Ellis.
Hit him in a bad spot. Hit him right in the hands.
Now watch where he fakes everybody out here. Looked like Ham had it. Nope. Here's where Ceballos gets blocked. Right.
Jacob Jackson also not able to get the tackle.
Finally got him out of bounds at least. They throw in space. Jackson won't get him this time as he gets past him up the sideline.
I can tell you, I think I know what one of the things is going to be. It's going to be tackling, is what Coach Martin is going to have them doing this week. Tackling.
Defensive coordinator Jacob Martin.
A lot of missed tackles, a lot of just kind of halfway going at it.
Luke's Cage first down. Caleb Johnson is in the game for the Bobcats on the right side of the line, defensive end. There's a pileup near the 20-yard line.
It's a scrum.
Is that a scrum?
It's a scrum. Folks coming off the bottom of the pile.
Under 7 minutes to go.
And here's something I don't agree with. The wide receiver on the far side, closest to Lee's sideline, they're just walking in and out. So they're rotating them out, just walking in and out. I always thought you had to come to at least come to inside the numbers.
That's Aiden Torres you were talking about that was the furthest over there.
Yeah, and you can see it. They're basically just walking right off the field and walking right on. Nothing wrong with that. I was always under the impression that you had to come in at least to inside the numbers.
Cisco Rodriguez is number 88 right in front of the camera, slot to the right. We'll have another man with him and one on the left. On the run, Hayes Ham may have just won the game for the Rebels with 6.5 to go. Hayes Ham on the run and the Alpha Paving touchdown. 57-42 is now the score. Check this out. Hayes Ham finds a lane to run through. Nice block on the left side by Jabraylon Anders, and that helped him get to the end zone. Hayes Ham hamming it up for the touchdown. Weldon Cooks holds for Verestagi, and he is perfect on extra points and the 2 field goals. Makes it 58-42 with 6:29 to go in the game. We'll be back here on homecoming night at San Angelo Stadium right after this. You're watching the Central Bobcats on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
Deep discounts and low prices on all 2025s in stock. 2026 vehicles are rolling in. We're forced to start our 2025 year-end clearance event now. Get this 2025 GMC Terrain. You could pay only $29,999. Or this 2025 Buick Envista. You could pay $21,999. Deep discounts and low prices during our 2025 year-end clearance event. Only at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
This is Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network. Welcome back. Our broadcast presented by First Community Federal Credit Union and member FDIC. Thanks to all of our sponsors for supporting the kids. Central football, we appreciate it. Lee Rebels kicking off, leading 58-42. Clock under 6.5 minutes to go in the game of this 2-6A opener is Gavin Johnson, who took one to the house against Waco, gets to the sideline, and that's where the Bobcats will set up shop. I'm Darren Prater. Arlen Ponder is alongside. And, well, if you're a Bobcat fan, encouraged by how the Bobcats have stayed with this team and could be beating them, but frustrated at big plays. And in the first half, a kickoff run back 95 yards for a touchdown. Now a 16-point lead.
Verestegi, is that? Verestegi. 3 field goals on the night. Yep. Incredible. And got to say kudos to him because he's basically what has kept Lee leading in this game.
Yeah, you take away the field goals, you take away the 95-yard kickoff return for a TD. It's a very even game. Bobcats will be kicking themselves after this one. Smith in trouble. He loses the ball again.
It's out of bounds.
Lucky for the Bobcats.
Micah here.
And Lorenzo Carrillo almost ran it down.
And Christian McAllister had his lineman blocked and let him go. Didn't anticipate Micah stepping forward.
Andrew Nicias, one of the linemen, he's a senior. He made that original hit on Smith.
And that is costly.
Second down and 10, 6:16 to go in the game.
Second down and 25 to go. Third and...
I just looked up and saw the wrong number. Well, it's not good.
24. Yeah, it's second down and 24. 6-12. It's going to be third down. Now they're saying 25.
Third and a long way. 3 receivers far side, 2 on the near side. Smith, they're closing in on him. He'll throw underneath. Room to run for Hill, but they won't let him escape, and he will go down short of the 30-yard line.
Now there's a wrinkle that we haven't seen. The little center screen where haven't seen any screens this year. So, you know, Coach Smith dipping in that bag of tricks, but definitely getting to see some things that we haven't seen.
A little bubble screen, I guess. And it's all working. It was.
Oh yeah, they're playing great.
Smith throwing along. Far side, way too far in front of Jimmy Edwards. Incomplete. There's a flag.
And it's going to be against us. Oh, and there's another one.
I'll leave us restoration and solar penalty as they discuss it. 5:27 on the clock.
This is going to be legal man downfield. I did see a Lee Rebel that had his helmet off.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 12.
Oh.
15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Automatic first down. Yep. Roughing the passer. Automatic first down.
So there's a break for the Bobcats. This isn't over. With 5:27 to go, they have all their timeouts, and you score, you get the 2-point conversion. What then? What then, Arlen?
So 11 penalties accepted, 10 penalties accepted for Lee.
First down
Still
at
a
the
chance
43.
with 5:27 left. Both coaches are going to be upset at the sloppiness of this game.
Micah throwing Up high and caught. Colton Hill brings it down.
Catch is made by Hill.
At the
Gain of 5.
47-yard line of the Bobcats.
Bobcats quick up on the ball. 5 minutes.
Gotta hurry. Hurry up mode doesn't need to be panic mode though. You got your timeouts. You just need to score. That's job number 1 as Allen tries to push the crowd, and they'll push him right back.
And he gets rudely thrown to the ground.
Braden Suter, number 74. You see him there.
Looks like it's going to be up. They got him back to the line of scrimmage. I thought it was going to be a loss. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, Stribling in motion. Smith looking, going down the far sideline. Got a man caught.
Oh,
Jimmy
my
Edwards
gosh.
had a half a step on the defender, and Micah Smith put it right where it needed to be for the first down inside the Angelo MRI red zone.
Going to be at the 7-yard line, 4:26, and the clock stops because of the first down. Starts again.
Play action for Smith. Smith looks right, now left, running for his life. Will he float one? Nah, he just flicks it out of bounds.
You know what? Smart play. Smart play. Stops the clock. And at 4:12.
Here's the replay of the play before, though. The catch by Jimmy Edwards. Watch this.
But hold on. I hope you're not surprised.
What?
There's a penalty on the play.
Oh, me.
No, what? They're calling off the flag. Oh my gosh. I have to laugh because we've had
It's
so
11
many.
o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock. We're still calling fouls. 4:12 left in this. 2nd down and 7 from the 7.
Smith with an opportunity here as he throws, incomplete.
And again, you tell your linemen, put
Pass
their
was
hands up
batted
if you
down
can't
at
get
the
that
line of
penetration. Get your hands up, and he does. Good job. Don't know who that was. Big number 8.
Smith gets his marching orders. Olamide Oladaran.
Good job on his part by realizing he couldn't get penetration, stepped back and put his paws in the air.
Here's Micah throwing to the end zone, reaching for it off his fingertips, incomplete. In the zone as he tried to hit the tight end Kasner Stribling.
It's going to bring up 4th and 7. 4:02 left. Got to get it to the goal line.
Bobcats have moved the ball quite effectively today.
And I'm going to tell you, this Lee secondary has moved to the ball. They've covered well.
Here's Smith looking back, throws across his body.
That is pass interference.
Incomplete. Is there a flag? No.
No flag.
Oh,
wow, that was pass interference all over the place.
Maddox Marquez, the defensive back.
He gets there so early.
It's 29 there.
And then he, that should be taunting too.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Guess they heard my comment about
missed opportunity again. The Bobcats, 3 points, missed field goal. That's one missed opportunity after turnover. And here's another one. At the least, that's 6 points we should have. Instead, it's a Luke's Cage first down. You see the homecoming king, number 7, back out on the field with the Bobcat D. Riley Onez on the left, number 66. Area 51, Brian Sandoval is the nose guard. Getting late at San Angelo Stadium here on homecoming. Lee in command as they get to the 8-yard line on a short run. On the carry for the Rebels, Humberto Hernandez, who is a senior. He got up limping a little bit. Clock at 3:35 and counting. Things don't get any easier. After this, guess who's next for the Cats?
Would that be Mojo?
Yep. A team that we've come very close to beating.
The team
can't do it.
That tonight
they won.
They beat High 35-7. So hopefully it won't be a shootout like this one is.
Well, both of those teams, this team we're playing tonight and Permian, beat Abilene.
Yeah, you know what though, I'm going to say that was opening night for us.
Yeah.
A lot of changes, new quarterback. We lost almost all of our offensive line. Not making excuses. Opening night, I don't think always is a great example of what's possible.
You have a punt run back for a touchdown. You have all kind of weird things.
84-yard touchdown run right to end the half.
Yeah. Incomplete.
It's going to bring up 4th and 6, 2:26 left in the
ball game.
Yeah, in the ball game.
Harlan Brown, the senior, the intended target there for Reyes.
Central has all 3 of their timeouts.
Nope. It's 4th and 6, so the punting unit will come on. Punting has been very sparse tonight. We traded punting for penalties.
I think this is Lee's first punt of the night.
Each team has punted once. What now?
Yep.
Once.
I think Ann will agree with us there.
Texans and student section you just saw. And here's the punt from the end zone.
Terrible punt. Terrible punt.
Moore's punt will take a small Rebel bounce.
Punt goes out of bounds.
You do realize we're still in the game. If we can somehow score quickly, get a 2-point conversion, onside kick, you know what happened in 2022 when people thought the game was over.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm only laughing because it looked like the ball went out of bounds. And then it bounced a couple more yards and set up at the 42. 2:17 left, so 4 timeouts in a sense for Central.
We'll talk to Coach Smith and more on Bobcat Insider from Shenanigans coming up Monday night at 7, Chiefs Insider at 8, and next Friday from Ratliff Stadium, 7:30 kickoff against Permian.
And we will be there.
Smith takes a hit as he throws, and this almost intercepted on the dive, but he can't bring it in. Weldon Cooks, the defensive back for the Rebels.
Ben Cano, number 12 there, with the pressure.
Zay Johnson, the sophomore, stands to the right of Smith with 2:11 to go. Trailing by 16 as Smith doesn't get the ball to the intended receiver. It hits the turf about 5 yards in front of him.
Did that get tipped? That looked like a mallard coming out of his hand there.
Here's the Postal Annex instant replay. Let's find out.
No, that thing just died on him.
3rd down. Been a really exciting game.
It really has. You know, you can, even if you're a Central fan, and we are at the 2-minute rest and relaxation.
Savion Johnson's like he's doing parkour out there. Stand on one guy and flip over another.
You know, even if you're a Central fan and you're upset at the score, like I said, that field goal kicker for Lee, without those 3 field goals, it's a different ball game.
Yep. 95-yard kickoff return, 3 field goals. Take those 2 things away. But it's been exciting. It's been a great homecoming. And we will take a quick break. Back at San Angelo Stadium after this, you're watching the Bobcats on Concho Sports, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
See friendship be.
Back at San Angelo Stadium. You're watching the Central Bobcats on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Darren Prater, Arlen Ponder, and the Concho Sports crew. Glad to have you along tonight. 2 minutes to go. After the 2-minute timeout, we're back on the field as the Bobcats trail 58-42 against Midland Lee here in the district opener. Throwing for Gabriel Garcia, and one of the defenders gets his hands on it first. It's incomplete.
And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, that was 4th down. Here's Smith trying to hit Garcia, and one of the defenders turns around and tips it. Maddox Marquez. Good play by the sophomore defensive back. And it's a Luke's Cage first down for the Rebs. After going officially next season, they'll be league again. Officially. Defensive coordinator Stonewall Jackson comes back. Permian has hired Ambrose Pierce. Clock running down with 1:50, and they'll of course keep it on the ground as Reyes hands it off to Hayes Ham.
Yeah, and we didn't get to say it earlier. We talked about Will Doyle being the referee. Daryl Cooper was the umpire. Headline judge Ryan Reed, line judge Joe David West, side judge Nathan Connor, field judge Will Hollis, back judge Brandon Locke. Those are your officials for tonight's game.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. And let's give some more up here while we're here. Friendship wins tonight 42-31 over Midland. Brownwood wins 42 to, well, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Brownwood's up 42-39 over Lampasas with 8-18. They must have had a flag fest too. Let's see. Wallhawks 63-13 over Merkel. I did get a note that said it should have been 70-13, but a class act by a JV player who ran out of bounds rather than doing the 100-yard dash, basically, and showing a little class.
That's nice.
Let's see. Great Creek lost to Cahoma 33-27. Sweetwater all over TLCA 69-0. And Cristobal 15-6 over Colorado City.
Chiefs and Hawks, along with the Bobcats, all season long on Concho Sports Network.
Central.
And since you said Chiefs, 58-26, the Chiefs over the Cubs there in Brownfield.
Yeah, back to their winning ways.
Junction won by a forfeit, it looks like, playing center point. The score was 2-0. That's usually what indicates a forfeit, is a 2-0. Let's see.
Hey, we have a timeout here that leaves each team with 1:43 to go. Real fast, fans, check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender with great rates on new, used, or refinanced autos and a variety of payment options. They can help make your payment fit your budget, so be smart and bank smart. Apply online, 1cfcu.org, or call 325-653-1465. Rates and terms based on approved credit. First Community Federal Credit Union. Remember to follow Concho Sports on your favorite social media apps, Facebook, Instagram, on X. We'd love to have you as a friend or a follower, whatever. I've been on X in a long time. I'm still calling it Twitter.
On Twitter?
I have enough stimulus from all the others.
What about your MySpace account? How's that working?
That's still up, I think.
It's
Hayes Ham finds the edge and then goes down somewhere around the first down.
But he did not pick up the first down. But it looks like they're going to give it to him.
And that will end the game.
I don't. He did not go. He went down well before that. And they gave it to him. So another less than stellar call. Look at this.
Tell you what,
he's down right there, a yard short. Yeah, he's a yard short of the play. So, you know, normally, you know.
It's the issue has been decided as far as the game, though.
Well, yeah, completely.
It's all elementary at this point.
Yeah. Hey, going on tomorrow here in the stadium. If we may be meeting the bands as they come in. The Concho Classic is going on tomorrow. I think it kicks off at 9 o'clock. And I know that Central's performing. I know TLCA's performing. Anybody around here, I think, is performing. I did read where I think even Eastland is coming to this. So if you don't have anything better to do, come on out and support the bands.
Yeah.
And if you haven't heard this Central band, they sounded good tonight.
Yeah, if you're watching a replay of this game, rewind to halftime.
That's right.
This is a Luke's Cage first down for the Rebels, who will go 1-0 in District 2-6A. And whether they meant to or not, right up the middle, Hayes Ham and a big gain for another Luke's Cage first down at the 30.
Yeah, and that 1:23 left, clock will stop for the first down to reset the chains.
And then they can down it a few times. We'll discuss it all with Coach Smith at Shenanigans, 7 o'clock, Bobcats Insider. Monday. Clock at 1 minute.
Play clock is down to 7.
Reyes and company. The Bobcats just for another year almost, but cannot find a way to beat these guys.
But I'm going to tell you, dude, whether you like it or not, this is a good statement for the Bobcats. They prove that they can hang with what should be the district champ. Now, you talk about the 95-yard touchdown run and the 3 field goals, that's a completely different ball game.
Yeah, it could have been different, but the field goals made a difference, the run back and kickoff, and just the consistent offensive performance from the Rebels. Bobcats consistent as well, but just couldn't get the job done, and it's frustrating. But there's a lot of football to be played. It's Permian next week, and they can right all the wrongs.
Oh, you know what? They can, and here again, like I've said, 1-4 team, but you can't look at that 1-4 record because they played some great football teams. And Central, 3-2, they played some great football teams. The Sandys are state ranked, I think, and still.
Yeah, Abilene and the Sandys from Amarillo, but nowhere near the teams that. Well, I mean, they're top 10 teams, top 15 teams, but they're not Lake Travis.
No, they're not Lake Travis. They're not Euless.
Allen.
Allen. Whether you like it or not, those are good teams. And this is a good Lee team. This is a good Central team. So,
absolutely. I was looking back at 52-28 in 2017 was the score in favor of the San Angelo Central Bobcats. So we beat them in 2017, and I believe, that was the last time that we have beat them. And they took the district away, and moved us in different places for a couple of years. But it was 2017 that was the last time we beat them, and it's going to be a while longer, but a good game. But in the end, it's the Rebels of Midland Lee that win another one, and they win it on homecoming night here at San Angelo Stadium.
Hey, and Ann just sent me our statistician just sent me a note. 80 yards of accepted penalties.
Wow.
For Central. So Coach Smith, he's going to be upset. He's got to clean that up. The defense has got to learn how to tackle. They are just kind of look like they got tired and started just kind of going through the motions a couple of times, but can't knock this this Central team.
No, you can't. And like I say, they can make all the wrongs right by beating Permian next week. Riley is down on the field. Our new sideline reporter, Riley.
Yes, Darren. The Bobcats did have a sad loss tonight against the Rebels, but the
appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed your time on the sideline for the first time, and we'll be working with you again next week. School song time, we'll take a break. How does that sound?
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Rebels win it here at San Angelo Stadium. We're back after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services for all your photo and video needs. Call 325-245-9663. Oh, and we also do sports. Call today.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Welcome back to San Angelo Stadium as we wrap up homecoming night. Unfortunately, the Bobcats fall by 16 to the Rebels of Midland lead tonight in a shootout to go 0-1 in district. It's Permian up next on the road. The Bobcats this snap their 3-game winning streak, but a lot of positives anyway in this close loss to the Rebels. Your stats and other information from Marlon Ponder.
Hey, yeah, and looking at it tonight, unofficially, looks like Micah Smith, 413 yards passing. He was 20 of 44, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, and rushing, 182 yards rushing on 34 carries, 2 touchdowns. Leading the charge on that one was Z-Train with 74 yards on 15 carries. Leading the receivers, Hill, 10 for 224 yards. And you wonder what would have happened if he would have gotten in the end zone there rather than us having to spend 11 minutes trying to get 2 yards worth of scrimmage there. Bright, number 88, had a 54-yard catch.
And then they went to Stribling, right? It was tight end one play, tight end another. But he's a threat, too.
Jimmy Edwards, 77 yards receiving. Baby G, 43 yards on 2 catches. So great job. 80 yards of accepted penalties. Not going to be good for Coach Smith. I think this is an incredible start for them. I think this is going to be, even though Central lost, with the exception of those 3 field goals, 9 points, and that 95-yard touchdown with 6:53, I think there's going to be a lot of action, and I don't think that Central is going to just be a pushover like people may think this year.
Yeah, and we haven't been a pushover in a long time as far as it's never predetermined that you're going to beat us. Just like Coach Clint Hartman said, you better come to play. You're not going to run us over. But at what point do we turn the corner and start being a team that people are more afraid of, like where they don't expect to win? They may not expect to turn a pushover, but they do expect to win when they play us, and they did it to us again. Since 2017.
Well, and we got to get those big plays. We've got to get those big plays. 2 things they're going to have to correct: big plays and giving up so many penalty yards. 80 yards. That's unacceptable, and it could have been more. There were, I think, 3 decline penalties or offsetting penalties. So they've got to get that up. Got to clean that up.
58-42 is our final. You want to, Riley, our sideline reporter, Wayne Heidenheimer, Shea Harris. Who else do we need to thank?
Yeah, let's thank Riley Wilde down on the sideline.
Riley Wilde.
Wayne Heidenheimer. Let's thank Ann Diamond being our stats tonight. Adrian Cook, one of the cameramen. Let's see, Drake Huerta, the other cameraman. Shea, also in here with us. And, you and me.
Yeah, good job, man. We'll 7:30 kickoff against Permian next week. Boy, that would be a historic win, and it was one could have won this one. Great game, Rebels fans. Have a safe trip home, and best of luck to y'all. But it's Permian next week, Ratliff Stadium. Ought to be a good one. 7:30 kickoff. We'll see you at Shenanigans 7 o'clock Monday to talk to Coach Smith for Bobcats Insider, Chiefs Insider. After that, Hawks and Chiefs both win on Concho Sports tonight, and congratulations to them. And we bid you a good night from San Angelo Stadium, homecoming 2025. Congratulations to Mason Van Sickle, the homecoming king, as well as our SAISD Scholar Athlete of the Week, Addison Gentry, the homecoming queen for 2025. So congratulations. Good night from San Angelo Stadium for Shea Harris, Arlen Ponder, and everyone who was a part of this one. I'm Darren Prater for Pixelcast Media's Concho Sports Network. Until next time, so long, everybody.